Who?
Andy Milonakis.
Andy Milonakis. I told you I never watched Andy Milonakis.
No?
Is he alive? That's all I want to know.
He's alive.
He had that.
He's alive.
He has that one.
He's got the
disease that makes him.
Yeah.
What?
He appears younger than he actually is. He's like 50 something.
Really?
Dude, he talked about how
I didn't see. This is all new news.
During Andy Milonakis'
New
show,
news.
I'm pretty sure he was like 28.
Yeah, during Andy Milonakis,
Shit.
he was in his like 20s, 30s, yeah.
Yeah.
He's in that.
Would that come out like early 2000s?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah. I don't know how.
I remember the first time I watched it was like when I was 14. So that would have been
probably around the time it started being on.
Yeah.
Maybe a bit earlier than that. Because it was back in like the Viva La Bam days too, right? When Viva La Bam was on.
I mean, it was like kind of like, because wasn't he on like not YouTube, fucking MTV?
Yeah.
Right? So, yeah, it was probably around like Jackass era, Headbangers Ball era, fucking...
Was it MTV or was it Comedy Central?
I thought it was MTV, but it could have been Comedy Central. I don't know, dude.
It was
I didn't
on
watch
at
it,
that same
so I don't
time,
know.
yeah.
I don't know. I didn't watch it. I was like at that point in time in my life where I just didn't find it funny. But now I do.
I mean, I still...
I'll see it and be like, ha, that's fucking hilarious.
There's-
But like back then I was just like,
There's
I don't know, I
one
didn't get it,
skit.
I guess.
One skit where actually there's two skits. He's throwing a tennis ball against the wall. And he's like bouncing it. And he's just catching it. And then one time it just sticks into the wall. And he's like, what? And then just comes back and smokes him in the face. Like, that's the whole
So
skit.
apparently Andy Milonakis, he's 42 by the way.
Yeah,
Oh,
42.
shit.
He's in
And
his 40s.
apparently he's been in a Disney show recently from
Really?
2016 to now.
That's sketchy.
Called Future Worm.
Future Worm.
I'm trying to
okay.
figure out who he plays in it.
But he's alive. He's kicking it. That's what I'd like to hear. You go, Andy Milonakis.
Yeah, go Andy.
The second skit that I love from the Andy Milonakis show is when he's like watching TV, and he's either watching TV or watching YouTube or something, and he watches a Lil Jon, the rapper Lil Jon,
Okay.
and then he's like, yeah, that guy. He says something.
Down for what?
Andy Milonakis is eating Fruity Pebbles, and Lil Jon stops a bit. He goes, Andy, are you eating Fruity Pebbles? I want some of that. He's like, well, come on out, Lil Jon. Like, Lil Jon crawls out of the TV or whatever, and then he has that gold chalice.
Oh,
He's just
yeah,
eating Fruity
yeah.
Pebbles out of his chalice. I don't
Yeah.
know why. It just cracks
That's
me
funny
the
as
fuck
fuck,
up.
though. Yeah.
Because it's Lil Jon and fucking Andy Milonakis
Yeah.
hanging out.
The shit,
Actually.
I'm sure that there's like a lot more that he doesn't talk about, but I remember like hearing this thing about how he was talking about living with what he has.
Yeah,
he's
I don't
talking
know what
about-
that's called.
He's talking about how like it sucks because it's like no matter where he fucking goes, dude, he gets carded everywhere. Like,
Yep.
Just because nobody believes, and like people will make a big deal out of it. Even if he shows them his ID and it shows that he's of age, they'll still like call the cops and shit.
Oh, yeah, I
because
don't doubt
they
it.
just think that it's like a fake
A
ID or
fake,
some
but
shit. Yeah.
He definitely has something.
So
I
unless the
bet he
person
still
knows
looks
who
really
he is,
young at
then-
42.
He does.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's in that show Future Worm, and he plays the main kid
On Disney?
on Disney.
I'm going to have to listen.
And
I'm glad Andy Milonakis is
He
still alive, to be honest.
Future Worm is played by James Adomian. Do you guys know who that is? He does a lot of weird stuff.
I don't know who
he
that
plays
is.
like in Children's Hospital. He's on sketches of Conan.
Oh, God.
He does some
And he's on
Last
Disney?
Comic Standing on NBC.
That's cool.
He's been on Mad TV as like George Bush and stuff like that.
Oh yeah,
Really-
I saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've
Andy,
seen that before.
Andy Milonakis was also in that movie Still Waiting, or Waiting is just what it's
Yeah.
called. I
Waiting,
think.
yeah,
Yeah.
Waiting.
With it,
yeah.
and then there's Still Waiting is the one that has
wasn't he
like
in
Justin Long, Ryan Reynolds.
Wasn't he also in a movie with like Snoop Dogg and Wiz Khalifa and shit? It was
Probably.
like a stoner movie or something like that, where it was like they were in
Are
college.
you talking about
or
Mac and
something.
Devin go to high school or
Is that
something
what
like
that is?
that?
Is that what that is? There
I
you go.
think. Yeah, with Snoop Dogg. Yep, that's Mac and Devin.
Yep. Cool. Andy Milonakis. You hit that play button, didn't you?
Sure
a
did.
while
We've
ago.
been recording for like 5 minutes.
Ooh, oh, ah.
Welcome back, guys, to the Bootleg Shanty podcast. I'm Austin, and I'm here with my buddies Colin and Mason. Say hey, dudes.
Hey, buddies, how you guys doing?
Hi.
Yeah, how you guys doing? How you feeling?
I am slightly back from the dead.
Yeah, dude, you're not sick anymore. It took,
I'm
a while.
I am still sick.
Well, yeah, but
but
you don't sound like shit.
I don't. Well, that's also. I always sound like that. So, I'm gonna try my best not to laugh too hard, because if I laugh too hard,
Good luck.
I'm gonna. Yeah, I know. We're funny people. If I start laughing too hard, the coughing will come back. Hopefully, I don't cough into the mic.
Yeah, Colin was like coughing so hard the other day, like I swore I heard like some Evil Dead zombie quotes just come from him.
Yeah,
Just,
yeah.
Jack of diamond, ace of spades. We will take you.
Before we get into anything really fast, I just want to let everybody know you can now find us and listen to us on iTunes.
Woo.
And you can also get us on SoundCloud, which we've always been there, but you can also get us on Google Play.
Google Play Music.
Play Music, excuse me. Google
Yep.
Play Music. And also we are on, what was it? Podcast?
Podcast Addict.
Addicts. I always say junkies for some reason.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Close.
But,
Similar.
But yeah, Podcast Addicts. So go check us out, guys. Go do it right now.
Get us
I know you're listening to this podcast, but go listen to the other ones.
some likes, some subscribes, some plays. That's all we need.
Like and subscribe.
and if you really like us, share us. That'd be cool.
Oh, that'd be sick.
that would be
super
amazing.
cool.
That'd be sick. Shout out to my aunt for always doing that.
Shout out to Austin's aunt. For
Love
always doing
us as he loved her.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah.
that's a Princess Bride quote.
Oh, yeah, yeah. It's a great film. Dude, we need to watch that soon.
Yes,
I
we
haven't,
do.
It's been too long since I've seen that.
Inconceivable.
Yeah.
that. What is what's the movie that has the Spanish Inquisition thing in it? That nobody suspects the Spanish Inquisition?
Oh, are you talking about History of the World?
Is it History
that
of the
has
World?
the Spanish
Nobody suspects the
the
Spanish.
Inquisition.
Is that History of the World?
Wait,
don't
where they're
think
like
it is.
the Inquisition.
I think
the
so.
Inquisition.
I'm
awful.
sure.
Awful.
It's like three guys all in red
Dude,
coats.
Oh, dude, yeah, they're
Yep.
ridiculous.
Yeah, no, I do
Oh.
need to watch the History of the World part one. again.
Oh, it's so
First came the artist, and then the critic, and the fucking caveman just pees all over
Peace.
his drawing. Oh, dude, that's so funny.
Oh, man, another one we need to watch, too, I think. For some reason, every time I think of Princess Bride or...
I didn't mean to cut off the Princess Bride. by
No,
the
you're
way,
cool, you're
just-
cool. But anytime I think about that, though, then my mind automatically goes to, like, Romancing the Stone. You ever watch that?
Romancing the Stone.
Yeah.
Who's that?
You never seen that one? You need to watch that one. If you've seen like, because it's just another one of those ridiculous movies, you know, like, I don't think it's set so much in, like, fantasy as much as Princess Bride is, but Romancing the Stone's pretty dope, though.
Is he romancing the stone?
Well, see, the reason it's called Romancing the Stone is because I think it's been so long since I've seen it, so forgive me if I get this incorrect. But, like, I'm pretty sure the premise is it's a couple who are, like, on...
Hey,
some
it's
sort
got
of-
Danny DeVito.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. But they're, like, in, like, they're, like, on a vacation or something, but they find this stone or whatever that a bunch of, like, really unpleasant people are after, and they get kind of wrapped up in this whole scheme to steal this valuable stone.
I think
Yeah.
I think I've actually seen this.
It's a good movie. I like
It's
it.
got
Wait,
Danny
wait.
DeVito in it. It's got a 10 in my book.
It's like a romantic comedy, kind of like adventure romantic comedy type of thing.
one of those
I like
rom-coms.
That's a good one to watch.
Danny DeVito.
Yep.
Oh, Danny DeVito.
What'd you find out, Mason?
It got a 6 out of 10.
Yeah, well, it
On
got,
what,
it got a 10 out of
IMDb?
10 in my book, okay?
On what?
I trust
IMDb?
that no way because of Men in Black 3.
Men in Black 3
Did it get a 6
is
out
better
of
than the
10
second one, not better than the first one.
on IMDb?
On Rotten Tomatoes too, I think.
See, I don't trust movie critic sites
I don't.
Wait, why not?
because
I've
I
seen-
know Garrett Hunter. That's why I don't trust movie
But the
critic
thing
sites.
is, like, I've seen movie critic sites give a bad
Love you, Gary.
review to a good movie before.
Well, I mean that's not always the case. I've seen
Like what?
I don't know. I can't give it an example.
I've
but-
seen plenty of good reviews for bad movies just as well.
Yeah, or vice
That's
versa.
a good point.
Yeah, so it's
Yeah.
just IMDb. I honestly hate the fact that Austin does it. Garrett'll do it. Our buddy Adrian. I love Adrian, but I hate when something like in a movie gets brought up and somebody's like, "Oh man, I'll just IMDb that." I fucking hate that. It's
Yeah.
just like stop.
Wait, what do you mean though?
I just hate you guys will go and look up a movie on IMDb because you're like, I need to know its stars. I need to know the ratings. Like,
I don't
if you
care
know
about the
the
rating.
rating,
I don't give a
it's
shit about
not
rating.
really
if you
about
know the
rating.
rating of an IMDb movie
No,
off
no,
the
no.
top of your head,
Well,
No.
you know,
No,
it's
I don't
fucking-
even think Garrett does.
Well,
Oh,
do you
he
know-
does.
Garrett know an
He
IMDb
does,
rating off the top
he
of
does
his
that
head?
a lot.
you know what has a you know what
Or
has
at
a
least
10
he
out of
used to.
10?
I don't know if he does anymore.
What?
You know what has a 10 out of 10 on IMDb?
See,
Did
Mason's
you
one
watch
of
the
those
number
fuckers.
one movie on IMDb?
How can it be number
Can,
one? if
can you
ev-
guys
if
figure
more
out the
movies have-
number one movie on IMDb?
Is it Cars?
What?
Why out of
That's
everyone
actually
that was
probably like 35. I'm not fucking joking you. But can you name the number one movie?
No, I can't. Sorry.
Well, if it's not Cars,
It's actually decent. Shawshank Redemption, and I would give it to
okay,
it
that's
entirely.
fine. That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good movie.
I would have preferred Cars, but
No.
cha-ching, baby.
Wow.
Yeah, wow.
Ka-chow.
Yeah. Oh, it's
It's
ka-chow. That's it,
ka-chow.
It's ka-chow.
Ka-chow.
And the girls at
And he's
the girl cars at the beginning, they flash their brights, which is like them flashing.
Oh
like,
my
fucking,
God,
Oh,
dude.
it's so genius.
But no kid would get that joke.
No, I know. That's why I'm getting it. For
I got it.
You're not a kid.
Yes, I am.
I like
You're
it,
old
Dream.
enough to go and buy a beer by yourself. You're
I-
not a kid.
I'm still
Legally
a
an
child.
adult,
In America.
mentally a squid.
I'm still a boy.
Mentally
I might be
squid.
21, but I'm still a boy.
A little boy.
I don't think I'm a man yet.
So you're a 21-year-old boy.
Yeah.
Damn, boy.
Oh.
Oh, boy.
Damn, boy.
What's Shrek's rating on IMDb?
Probably like an 8.6.
8.6?
See,
No, I don't.
I'm a
think so.
hypocrite because I'll ask shit for about IMDb, but I hate the fuckers who look it up. Like,
No, I only look it up to see who's in it because I can't remember people's names.
I remember back in the day, like I said, I don't know if Garrett still does it, and I haven't been with Adrian for a minute, but there would be times where it'd be insufferable to listen to the two of them talk because they just go back and forth saying scores of movies on IMDb.
Dude, no,
It's
literally,
so
Adrian
fucking
Beery
annoying.
would literally sit me down and say, like, guess these scores, Mason. Shawshank Redemption. And I'm like, well, that one's got to be like a 9 out of 10. He's like, nope, 10 out of 10. And then he'd be like, go to
Like I
the
said,
next
love
one.
both of them. Hated that.
But Shrek is 7.9.
7.9. Damn, I thought I'd at least have
It's
an
not
8.
that good of a movie.
It's not. No,
I mean, it's
thought
a-
because of how popular
It's a
it is.
timeless classic.
Yeah.
though.
It is
It's
definitely
hard
funny.
to find somebody out there who doesn't know
I mean,
who
Mike
Shrek is.
Myers and Eddie Murphy definitely work so well together.
Did you see? I saw this on Facebook. I think the other day, it cracked me up. It was Mike Myers, the villain from Halloween.
Oh, yeah,
But all of his moments where he appears are replaced with Mike Myers lines from all of his different movies and shit like that. And so it's like this lady's like sitting there, and it's like that. I think it's the very first one. If the first one's when they're all at the camp, right? Halloween, the
Yeah.
original. Okay, so it's the second one where it's like that lady at the very beginning. She's like looking into a bedroom, and you see Mike Myers behind her, and it's just like he stands up and he's like, "Ooh, I'm gonna get ya." Oh, I'm gonna get you, and it's like a Shrek line or some shit like that, and it's so fucking funny. And he's like underneath the sheet, the ghost sheet, and he's wearing the glasses, and the chick's like talking to him, and he's just like, "You're a dirty, dirty hoe. I'm not gonna be talking to you." And she's just like, "Where's my beer?" He's like, "Don't play no games like that." And it's just like, oh, so good.
I saw one. I saw like the same thing where it was like I think it was one of the newer ones because it definitely looked newer. It was a blonde chick, and she was like, "Michael, no!" And then he was like, "Shag now or shag later."
That's fucking hilarious.
Mike Myers is a gift to humanity.
We've recently been watching over here at Daniel's. We've been watching the Harry Potters.
Oh yeah,
As you know, yeah. And they just finished the last one last night.
Deathly Hallows.
Yeah, part
Sick.
2. Yeah, but
There's some things I don't understand, which I'm probably gonna
You can-
ask you some stuff.
You can ask me right now, dude. I am a Harry Potter.
But
fucking
continue,
nerd.
Austin, before I go
basically what I was just
ramble.
getting at is because we're talking about Shrek. It was like I can't remember if it's the first movie or the second one, but when they're kids, there's a part where they face like this giant troll that gets into the school.
First one.
Yeah. It was like saying while we were watching that part, I was like, somebody needs to make a fucking meme out of this where it's just every time it shows this troll doing something to the kids, it just puts Shrek quotes coming out of him. So like when they come into the bathroom, he's just like, "What are you doing in my swamp?" You know, like,
Oh yeah, baby.
yeah, it'd be just hilarious, dude.
That was a good Mike Myers impersonation.
Yeah,
by
it
the
really
way.
was.
Oh, way better than the one that I tried to follow it up with.
Ogres are like onions. We have layers.
Yeah, so
Something like that.
yeah, they should do that, but put it over that, and then
What
I'm
are you
sure it's out
talking
there.
about, donkey?
it's probably out there.
I'm sure yours is not on. It's
not on.
Not
Not on. I'm gonna stop.
I'm gonna hit you with the
Yeah, but
Stop.
what were you gonna say about?
Oh, okay. So they recently watched just the last Deathly Hallows,
Okay.
and there's some things I am so fucking confused about.
Okay.
Okay, I thought I had it figured out, but then I watched it again, and I'm like, God fucking damn it! It's like something just keeps fucking clicking in my brain.
I don't
Okay.
agree with your Snape theory, by the way.
No, it's something I read online. It was a
Okay, I
stupid
don't agree
theory.
with that, but go ahead.
There was so the thing that happens is that Harry goes to meet Voldemort out in the woods.
Yep.
Okay. He sees Sirius, his dad and his mom,
Yeah.
and the snitch opens and it has the revitalize or the
Spoilers, by the way,
revitalization
to
stone.
anybody who's not
Right.
seen this.
What is it
The-
called? Revitalization stone?
Well, I mean, isn't it
Revival
just
stone?
pretty sure it's the Philosopher's Stone.
Is that it?
I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
I don't know because the
I thought it
Philosopher's
was
Stone was
different.
red, and I thought that was destroyed.
It was just like a little black.
was never
It's like a
destroyed, I
little
don't think so.
black diamond thing.
Yeah, it's like a
Oh,
little
is
black
it really?
diamond.
Yeah. So
Well, I mean, I've always thought it was the Philosopher's Stone, but I know the stone you're talking about. It's one of the Deathly Hollows.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So the thing is that what I don't understand is that Voldemort, being as powerful as he is,
Mm-hmm.
using the killing
The
curse
Elder Wand.
and the Elder Wand,
Yeah.
is only able to kill his own Horcrux in Harry. Like, I don't understand why it didn't kill Harry as well.
It did kill Harry.
But then how did he come back?
He
Did you not
has
see
the
all-
revival
But
stone.
see,
No,
but
he drops it
he
before he
drops
goes in
it
there.
before he goes
He,
to meet
he lets
Voldemort.
go of it and puts it on the ground.
And he just lets
Wait,
it
do you
go.
know what that means, Mason?
What?
What was he doing right before he dropped it?
He was talking to his dead parents and Sirius.
everyone else who has sacrificed themselves so that he could be alive, correct?
Yes.
They said before he went in to do that they were always going to be with him, that they're always going to be inside of him. They're the ones who brought him back.
I don't.
Well-
He didn't need the stone. He had all them.
I mean,
I guess that makes sense.
He had all
But
of
the
them
thing is-
looking out for him.
But the thing is like, okay, which made me think about that more because
he drops the stone.
The-
he literally lets go of it before he walks in, and it just falls right onto the ground into like some.
and then he
weeds
goes
and
to
shit.
the whole
And then he
limbo
walks up-
King Crossing thing and talks to Dumbledore, and then
Well, I mean,
That's
he
after
goes
he gets-
back.
that's after he gets
and
shot.
Dumbledore's like, well, it's up to you if you want to go back or not.
Yeah,
He's like, you can jump on that train and go somewhere.
Yeah, and he was
completely
like,
different.
where's the train gonna take me? And he was like, on, like it'll take
yeah,
you
it'll
on.
take you on.
And he's like, well, I'm not gonna do that.
I feel like there's a crucial part you're missing involved with the stone because I am pretty sure, like, want to say 90% sure it's the stone that brings Harry back.
That's what I.
But
like,
if it is,
thought.
he would have to have it on him.
I think it's just because
No.
he touched it.
Wait,
because he
wait.
touched it.
Wait,
was-
what about the thing he? What about the thing he was talking about where?
You mean his mom?
No. The whole thing where Voldemort told Snape. Remember why Voldemort killed Snape? Because he said that like
Because the
you're-
wand
you're-
wasn't strong enough.
No, it's because
because
Snape
the
was the
wand,
wand's
because
owner.
well,
Well,
technically it wasn't.
it
was
wasn't
Draco.
Yeah,
It was Draco because Draco.
Because he disarmed Dumbledore.
Do you think that's why it didn't work on Harry though? Because that wand didn't fully.
kill him.
No, the wand didn't fully listen to Voldemort. So what if that Avada Kedavra or whatever was not powerful enough to kill Harry?
It was only powerful enough to kill the Horcrux
To kill the Horcrux.
because it wasn't
I
It's a
don't,
possibility.
I don't think
life.
it works that way. I think Avada Kedavra just fucking kills anything.
I-
it touches.
no,
Okay,
yeah.
but
I don't think there's
regardless though, literally before Harry walks up to Voldemort, he literally drops it in the woods.
But I think he dropped it so Voldemort couldn't use it himself.
Exactly, but he didn't have it on him
But
when he gets hit
still
by
gets the
spell.
powers from the stone.
That's fucked. Is it just the last person who touched it?
I
Is who has the powers of
I
it?
think.
I mean, he
don't
did
know
hold it in
entirely.
his hand.
But yeah, he
like
takes
he
it
did
out of
hold
the
it
snitch.
in his
Right.
hand,
Right.
and then he
and then,
dropped it,
and then he sets it down.
and it disappears. So like, I don't know.
It didn't disappear.
It didn't?
No, it was just laying on top of the leaves.
Yeah, I think it.
Oh.
I think he might have just dropped it so Voldemort couldn't take it from
And he
him.
just walks off, and then they never go back and get it. It's just there forever.
He doesn't want anybody else to have it.
And then he breaks the Elder Wand.
Another
throws
thing
that.
got me. Okay, so
What
like,
happened to the cloak?
He
it
still
got
has
me.
the
You
cloak.
said that they would always be with it because that's what they were saying. They're like,
Yeah.
we will always be with you, Harry. We'll be right by your side the whole way. Like that's what Sirius and his parents were saying the whole time.
They were saying he was going to die there.
Yes,
Yeah,
but they
he
were
was asking
saying
him if it
but
hurt
they're
and shit.
yeah, they're
He was like,
yeah.
just dying.
I know
He
the
was-
scene you're talking about.
Yeah, and they were all just
He was like,
comforting him. And,
he was like, it's faster than falling asleep.
Yeah.
But they were also saying like, we'll hold your hand through the whole way. You know, like we'll be there. We're
Yeah,
right
dude.
next. We're right next to Harry.
I'm like I said, 90% sure he just uses the power of the stone.
That's what I.
I don't
assumed.
think there's anything about the love of everybody. I mean, love
Stopping
is a big
him
thing.
from dying.
That was the
because that was the whole thing
the whole
with his
time.
mom.
Well, no, the love stopped him from dying the first time.
Yeah.
But
Well, that was just the rebound.
yeah,
But that's why it got rebounded.
it
Yeah.
didn't
Because
it didn't
of
get rebounded
because
this
the,
time.
The love hex or whatever the fuck she did.
But his mom died in that process.
yeah,
So-
but what I'm saying
don't
is
know,
like
it could
that's
be
the whole
different.
that's the whole theme of the whole movie though is that Harry will always beat Voldemort because Voldemort doesn't know what it feels like to be loved.
Yeah.
That's the whole fucking
I mean,
thing.
that's at the end of the 6th one too, where he's just like that fucking amazing battle
Hufflepuff-
between
or,
Voldemort and Dumbledore.
Longbottom, Neville or whatever.
No, I'm
he
talking
gives
about-
that speech or whatever.
So-
that, like
No, at the end of the 6th one, when they're in the, at least I think it's the 6th one. No, it's the 5th one. It's when they go to it's
In
Order of Phoenix.
Yeah.
When they go to the Ministry of Magic and Voldemort and Dumbledore have that fucking insane fight.
Yeah.
Where like Voldemort shatters all the glass and then sends it at Dumbledore, and then Dumbledore's response is to turn it all back into sand. So he like holds up his shield and the glass is coming at him, but it becomes sand. And then he
Oh,
traps
it's so
Voldemort
dope.
in the water ball and all that
Yeah,
shit.
yeah,
But
yeah.
There's like that scene
He's
Where-
back.
where Voldemort takes over Harry, and Voldemort thinks he's like gonna win, and he's talking through Harry. He's like, "You've lost, old man," like that fucking scene. Then Harry's like, "I feel sorry for you because you've never felt love or you've never had
Right.
friends." And then it's been the theme throughout the whole series.
Yeah.
But I do think the Revival Stone is the reason Harry comes back.
Yes. Okay. Last thing though.
It
I
makes
see.
sense.
I see the whole thing. So Snape, he always had Harry's back the whole time. He was the doe. Right.
Yeah.
So the thing is, at the end, all right, or at the last movie, they
Yep.
find the sword of Gryffindor. Or Harry finds the sword of Gryffindor in the
Yep.
ice. Okay.
Yep.
So that's Snape's
That's
Patronus
Snape's
leading him.
Patronus, yes.
So did Snape know exactly where they were the whole time? Like
No,
following
he just
them?
knew where the sword of Gryffindor was.
So
because
he just
Snape put it
followed.
there.
He just followed the sword wherever it
I think
went.
he left his Patronus
well, the sword
around
stays
the sword.
there, right?
Yeah, the sword's underneath
sword
the water.
stays there.
I
So-
think Snape is the one that put the sword
But
into
how
the
would?
water.
But see,
And
how
left
would
his
he
Patronus
find
to
it?
guard? How would Snape
Because
find
it only shows up to the.
it was sitting in
Gryffindor.
Dumbledore's office after Harry
Yeah,
got
but
it
it like
in the Chamber of
it
Secrets.
disappears after like, and it won't let people who aren't worthy like hold it.
No,
or
no.
whatever.
After the Chamber of Secrets, it sits in Dumbledore's office because Harry killed the basilisk from Chamber of Secrets with it,
Yeah.
and then gave it to Dumbledore, where Dumbledore kept it. I think.
I thought they killed the basilisk with just.
And
No, he-
then
No, he stabbed it.
yeah.
in the-
So
in- through the face.
Bellatrix Lestrange took the sword of Gryffindor and put it into her vault at Gringotts.
Yep.
That's the whole reason they go to Gringotts the first time, is because they believe the sword of Gryffindor
Is
in
there.
her
Dude,
vault.
Voldemort slaughtered everyone.
But then they end up
at
finding.
Gringotts.
Yeah.
They end up finding the Horcrux.
Yeah, there was
the
well,
trophy-
they believe that she had the
Yeah.
well, she had that trophy that was a
Yeah,
Horcrux, and then she had the sword that could destroy it, and then they didn't find the sword.
Wait,
That's because Snape
well, no,
took
they
it.
found the sword. You remember because they're all, the goblin. They made the bet with the goblin, and
Do I have the order of this
Yeah,
all wrong
because
right
the-
now?
the only
they
reason
get the
they
sword
were-
before they go to Gringotts.
No,
No, they get it at
do, yeah.
Gringotts.
No, they have it before they go there because he literally has it the whole time. And when they walk into the vault to get that trophy and all the gold and stuff is like multiplying and shit. The only way that they even can get the fucking
yeah,
the thing is if Harry throws the sword at the goblin and the goblin throws the goblet back at him.
yeah, because the
'Cause he's
goblin
like
has
crap.
the goblet, and he's like the Horcrux, and he's like the sword for the goblet.
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
Okay.
Yeah.
Then yeah, no.
So they had the sword before they went.
That's
in
an
there.
intense scene. Yeah,
Yeah, it is.
And he's like, I said I'd help you get the Horcrux or whatever, but I didn't say
I never told you how to, or never told you to
told
help
you.
you get out.
Yeah, and then he just freaking disappears like a fuckface.
He gets fucking.
Well,
wrecked.
then yeah,
Yeah,
no.
he- oh,
as the way I had
yeah.
it, as the way I had it before.
That's a
Snape,
fucked up part.
Snape took
It
the
is.
sword, and hid it in that lake.
Yeah.
I'm almost
I'm
positive
pretty
that's
sure, yeah.
exactly what it is.
So
Yeah.
okay, there's also another thing. In King's Crossing, when Harry's talking to Dumbledore, or the figment imagination of Dumbledore, because it's not really Dumbledore, I don't think.
No,
Because
it's
no,
it's
it was-
Dumbledore.
is it?
It was his
It's
spirit, yeah.
Dumbledore.
okay,
It's his
so
spirit.
I thought it was just like all in Harry's mind or
No, no,
something.
no, no.
Well, I mean, that's up to debate on what King's Crossing truly is.
Yeah,
Right,
It
right,
was
right.
it was an area that, because remember when Dumbledore asks Harry, or when Harry asks Dumbledore where this is, And Dumbledore's like, well, that's actually a good question. He's like,
I don't
where
know.
does it look like to you?
I couldn't tell
And he's
you.
like, well, it looks like blah, 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 like the train station or whatever.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, he like tells him that this is like your limbo, basically. This is your...
I thought he said some crazy line like this
Yeah,
is
it's not
neither
like
here
that.
nor there.
Yeah,
or
something
some
like that.
shit.
But it's like, it's whatever Harry conjured up.
Yeah. So the thing was,
Sorry about
is that he says, like, Harry asks Dumbledore something about Snape. He's like, it's like, so that's it or whatever. And Dumbledore says, like, well, I couldn't possibly tell you if that was it or what. Like, referring to, like, that, I don't know, Snape had something more to do with Harry and not just, like...
I mean, I don't know. I'm not sure what you're getting at. Like, the whole Snape thing, like, Snape looked after him pretty much his whole time at Hogwarts. He never liked him. He didn't like Harry, but he protected Harry because of Lily.
Because he just loved...
Well, he didn't like Harry just because
Mom.
Harry literally was like a clone of fucking his dad.
Well, yeah, that.
And that's why he didn't like him.
But, I mean, he still took care of him.
Because he was all like, you're lazy and arrogant just like your father and like, you know, all that shit.
Your father was a swine.
Yeah.
Fucking love that line. That's such a good line. But, I mean, you know that whole thing that in the very first movie, it's actually in the first book too, I shouldn't just reference the movie, but when he's in Snape's potion class and he's like not paying attention, so Snape starts drilling him with a question and he asks him like something, what do you get if you combine this root with this?
Yeah.
And like Harry doesn't know
Hermione
the answer.
Granger just
Yeah.
puts her hand
But what Snape is saying, the exact words, when you like lay it out in Greek, it gets Lily. Like, or I've always regretted Lily's death or something is what it actually says. But it's like, yeah, it's what happens when you get something root and mix it with something. But
Dude, I've actually seen things like that before, like little things that he said, like key words and stuff, like mean other things.
Oh yeah, I mean Snape. Well, you do know that Alan Rickman knew the ending of the books before anybody else did. Like he knew it like by movie 3,
Which
I want to say
makes sense. I feel like J.K. Rowling would probably be like, Alan Rickman, you are actually surprisingly the greatest dude in this movie series, and you need to know all of it right now.
Well,
so
that's
you
kind of
understand.
what happened.
So he's like, oh my god, my character is so awesome.
Mason, how do you get down a hill in the Harry Potter universe? Running. J.K. Rowling. Anyway.
God damn.
I just
God
had to
damn.
say that fucking joke. But, yeah, I mean, Snape was, like, a key element to the whole thing, and I'm really glad Alan Rickman played him like a legend.
Like
as
a legend.
Alan Rickman is. But,
After all this time?
That whole
Always.
scene
Always.
where Harry chases in Half-Blood Prince, where Harry chases Snape outside after killing. He trusted you.
dude,
He trusted you.
there was I kind of hate to admit this, but there was a long time, like a good 2 years, where I would watch Harry Potter movies to go to sleep to. Like I would just select, out of the 7, all of them. Because for a long time, that Xbox 360 that you have would only play Harry Potter movies. And I don't know why it stopped. It's not a joke. It would not play anything else. So I fell asleep to, like, the 6th movie more times than I can fucking count. And if I, like, woke up, the movie would play itself. That was good.
Sorry.
The movie would,
Just
like,
kinda
be
creepy.
continuously playing. So, like, I'd gotten so used to it that I could tell, without even looking at my phone, how long I had been asleep and when I'd woken up, just depending on where it was in the movie. So it's like, oh, it's right here, which means I've either slept for like 2.5 hours or I've slept for like 3.5 to 4 hours or some shit like
yeah,
that.
because it could have replayed over and
yeah,
over again.
yeah. So
What's
it was
that?
fucked
What's
up.
the move? The spell that I always forget its name. Something Spectre.
Sectum Sepra?
Sectum
that
Sepra.
he uses on Snape when
That's
he runs
Snape's,
at him.
That's,
Yeah,
Snape's,
yeah.
that's Snape's spell.
Yeah, I love what Snape says too. After that, he's like, "Foolish boy, using my spells on me." Like,
That's
He's
when
like,
you
you
find
dare use my own spell against me? And then he's like, that's right. I'm the Half-Blood Prince. And you're just like, I can do it.
Yeah. I mean, I think when you were reading the books, it was a lot less obvious
Well, yeah.
that Snape was the
Yeah.
Half-Blood Prince.
Yeah.
But I mean, I love that scene where because in that same movie, that's where Draco and Harry fight in the bathroom, and they're
Yeah.
like shooting spells at each other, and Harry just clips him with Sectum Sempra, and
it just
you
wrecks him, bro.
You think Draco's gonna die?
Oh yeah.
And then that's when you see, because the movie gives you that scene of fucking Snape healing it.
to let you know that
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
his spell.
And that
'cause he
kind of
knows how to
gave that
reverse
away
it.
because in the book, I mean, it says that Snape treated him, like helped him get treated, but I don't think it's as obvious as him going, like waving his wand over.
He
it.
made the
Yeah.
spell, so he knows how to reverse it. Like,
Exactly.
yeah.
I think they made it like seem more like Snape gave him a potion that helped.
You know
heal
what's
them.
even more intense is that is it Crumb or Goyle that is in which one?
Crab.
Crab.
Not Crumb.
Which one left? The bigger one.
Pretty sure it was Goyle that left.
You know why
he's
he
the bigger-
left?
Why?
He got a marijuana charge. Like,
What?
The guy who played the actor.
Oh, dude, he's awesome.
And there's actually like a third one that's a part of the group that was never really there until like the sixth one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I also
he
read a
dies,
thing
though.
like
He dies,
that.
oh, yeah.
That Hufflepuff chick in the first movie. They were gonna give her like more of a part. Like that's why.
Hufflepuff chick.
In Sorcerer's Stone,
Yeah,
they literally give her a part before Harry Potter, Ron
Oh,
Weasley, and Hermione
yeah,
Granger.
she was
Before
in
they
the
all get
line.
sorted.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like she
yeah.
gets sorted, and like it's like, and I read a thing that J.K. Rowling was going to give a Hufflepart like a main part.
Well, they did.
but
Hufflepart, I mean,
They-
part.
They gave-
Hufflepart a main part.
Cedric Diggory was a Hufflepuff.
Yeah, he
And I mean,
was.
he's kind of like the center point of the end of the fourth.
he's a badass Hufflepuff.
I mean, Cedric Diggory was probably one of the best wizards to be coming out of Hogwarts at his time.
and it's just like Harry said,
was that?
he died because
That is the-
Voldemort's
Like,
better.
he plays the main character of Twilight.
Yeah,
Can't remember his name.
Robert Pattinson.
Robert Pattinson.
He says he
that's
hates
right.
Twilight.
Oh yeah, I know he does.
But yeah, Cedric Diggory.
Yeah, there's a whole interview. There's whole interviews.
That's not a
of him
movie
just
you want to only be
dissing
known
it.
for. I'm sorry.
No. But that whole scene of him going and dying to the Death
Have you
Eaters.
guys ever actually sat down and watched like Twilight, like just the
Yes.
movies, like
I-
all
yeah.
of them?
Yeah, I had to like a long time ago.
I mean, it's
Okay.
not so bad that you have to be like, I was forced to do it.
Yeah.
It was the
Okay,
worst
so
thing of
it's-
my
they're
life.
I didn't
really-
want to do it. I had to do it.
Like, okay, so yeah,
It's not that
I
bad.
agree. I agree that they're. I mean, yeah, they weren't filmed and they're not really
They're
that
not the
great.
best,
They're
they're
not
not
the
the
best
worst.
movies, but I mean, they are decent movies and they
Exactly.
have decent qualities,
Yeah.
and it's just a chick falling in love with two guys. It's whatever.
Yeah.
the classic love triangle, man. Everybody loves that shit.
It was, and I mean, the classic love triangle with a twist on one of them's a vampire, the other's a werewolf.
Well, that's just on paper.
Yeah.
You know what I found out actually that the whole 50 Shades book line was actually written based on Twilight. Like a chick literally on a Twilight forum that
Oh,
wrote
I
the
get what you're
50
saying.
Shades.
I get what you're
book.
saying.
Like she
That's
literally,
fucked.
like it's literally, and if there's a whole thing showing how they're connected and how they're very similar. They don't seem similar, but the books are literally word for word almost but just one's crazy Twilight, fantasy,
yeah.
and then the other one's just really messed up
That's a neat little thing.
sexual torture kind of stuff.
It's
Hey,
a
man,
neat little
sounds
thing.
like fun to me.
You know, my
Sure.
favorite thing about Harry Potter, the best thing about Harry Potter is on ABC, every weekend's Harry Potter weekend. Have you ever
Yep.
seen that shit?
Harry Potter.
It's a fucking Tuesday, time for a Harry Potter weekend, and you're just like, what the fuck is going on here?
Hey, Potter.
Harry Potter.
Hey, Potter.
What do we got for yays or nays that you were?
Oh, we got yays or nays tonight, boys.
Yeah, we do got.
Yay or nay? You guys been waiting for this.
I actually don't even know what the topic's about, because I came into the room after Mason was explaining it.
I don't remember.
I don't remember either. Actually,
Sorry.
the topic that we're going to be talking about tonight, boys, is literally
Literally.
the most popular
Popular. Spit it out, boy.
the most popular video games right now. What are the biggest, most played video games ever in the world?
in the world
Like of all time?
in history.
In the world right now, what is being played the most?
Okay, wait. I have the better. What's being played right now the most, or what was?
What is being played right now the
Like,
most?
I'd probably have to say like
Fortnite.
Fortnite for sure.
You guys are correct.
Number 1, Fortnite.
Fortnite's probably being played the most
It
right
is
now.
number 1 on the most
PUBG is
played
probably not far
video
behind.
game.
Love me some Foot Newt, you know.
Fortnite?
Foot Newt.
Jesus.
PUBG's probably not far.
Second.
I would.
I don't know if I'd say.
Guys-
I'd say League of Legends probably.
You guys are going to be
Probably
surprised about this one.
Probably, yeah.
Grand Theft Auto 5.
I
Nah,
can,
I
well,
could
'cause
see
they,
it.
they just came out with a bunch of DLC. So
Why is this
it's
a yay or
obviously-
nay?
Huh? Because
Am I saying
no?
yay
Okay,
that
so
I agree
so the
with
first
that?
one. So first one. No. The thing is, it's the most popular video game. Or what they're saying is that it's most popular played. Do you agree with it being the number 1? Do you
Okay.
agree with Fortnite being the number 1
Like-
most played video game of all time right
Even
now?
if I don't agree with it, it still has the statistic. But am I saying like, yeah, I'm okay with Fortnite?
Are
being
you?
the
Do you
most
think
played?
it should be number 1?
I would say yay because Fortnite
Right now, yeah.
is
Okay.
it's the trend, and as much as everybody loves to shit on it, it's become the fucking it's the new Nickelback and the new Nicolas Cage.
You
It's
know,
the fucking that of video gaming.
Honestly, it's got to be
It's
a
true.
may or nay for me because I don't see the hype for Fortnite all as much as everybody else
Exactly.
does.
But okay, but
I
have
mean,
you actually
it's
sat
got.
down and played it?
I mean, I've
Like,
played it a
legit
little
got
bit.
into it.
I mean, it's got stupid fucking names like Diagonal Towers and
It's
shit.
Tilted Towers.
Tilted Towers, you mother. It's because they both start with T. Just like
I-
Tomato Town.
I like it,
I like it. I like the aesthetic of it.
but
I like
I
that it
will
doesn't
say-
take itself too seriously, dude. That's what I
will
like
say,
about it. PUBG takes itself too seriously.
will
I love
die.
PUBG, but takes
It will
itself
die.
too seriously.
It will die.
It will die.
But-
It'll die.
I do agree that right now it is still probably the most popular game.
Most popular game.
So yay.
So
And then Grand Theft Auto,
Grand Theft Auto 5.
that's a fucking nay because I'm like, why is that the second?
Again,
right
they
now?
just came out with DLC, and so
Oh.
it's gonna bring everybody back. To
I
it for a
didn't.
minute.
Yeah.
I didn't know that factoid.
Again, like it's so crazy that they're just
They have released so
So
much
much.
DLC.
Too
for
much.
shit.
Wow.
So much.
too much.
That's the new age,
It's
dude.
like every other month they got.
Let
something
me
that they're
give
releasing.
you a shell of a game,
Yep.
and then after a year, I will fill in that
Yeah,
shell
well, I'll
with
get your
crab
money's
meat
worth in, like, 2
DLC.
years.
Crab meat DLC.
Yep.
Big
Okay.
meaty claws.
So the third one is Overwatch, coming in
I can
from
believe that.
3.
I can believe
Uh,
that. I still think.
you
I
know
can
that
s-
they
I can feel
have-
the Overwatch is still going strong.
in California, they have the OWL, which is the Overwatch League, which they're treating almost like the NFL.
Really?
Like merchandise, you can buy jersey. Well, I mean, esports in general, you can buy jerseys from everything, but it's like you can go to the stadium and watch Overwatch teams play, and they're trying to make it as big as the NFL.
That's
Now, League of Legends and StarCraft and shit like that have been doing that for a long time, but not to like the general public necessarily. Like League of Legends, yes. StarCraft, not so much. StarCraft's like kind of a niche.
I
But
want to say that that's dope.
it is dope.
I want to say that like power to them. That's awesome. You guys are making change and you guys are like coming in a big way. But at the same time, it's like I just don't. I think Overwatch is a great game. I think it works for what it's going for.
Yeah.
They got a formula. They got it down right, and they're executing it well. But at the same time, it's like I don't think I would pay money to go watch other people play it, and also would not want to sit around a large group of people and watch somebody play it,
That's
and
fair.
would not also like. Why not just play it your fucking self, man? Like, are you that bad at the game that you have to go watch people
well,
who are like
I mean,
what you would consider to be better at it, and that's where you get your enjoyment from? Why not just
you
do
were
it
just
yourself?
talking about.
Well,
to
what
me
do you
and
what do you
Mason.
mean? That's a lot of people do get enjoyment from that. I
You-
mean, like it's like
yeah.
it's like me. Like okay, like yeah, I might not be. I mean, I'm decent, but I'm not good at Smash Bros. Like any Smash Bros. But I will go on Twitch or YouTube and watch battles because it is it's very enjoying watching
Right,
top players
you're doing
play
what-
each other.
You're doing what I just
Even
said.
yeah, but you were saying it's
You're-
not.
You're
enjoyable.
going and seeing people who are better than you, and that's where you get your enjoyment from.
Yeah,
Because you.
What's
But
wrong with
you
that?
can't do that.
that's but
No, because
and
I would prefer to just.
And
get
yeah,
better
I
at it.
don't like Overwatch that much either. I mean, I've only played it like 2 times, but it's the same thing for them. I mean, they like the game, so
I
they
will
want to get better
say
at it.
that like maybe 2-3 years ago, I was super into League of Legends, like
Yeah.
the professional
I
scene,
remember.
and I would follow the teams. I'd do the
Yeah.
fantasy shit
I was just like, how? But okay.
because I mean, when you understand the game to a certain point, it just it's like understanding football. It's literally just like watching sports. Like watching two football teams play a game of football, you could have the same reaction. Like, why wouldn't you just go outside and play that game instead of watching two pro teams?
But that's a little different because with football, I mean, that's like there's a big underlying reason why somebody wouldn't go out and play it versus watch somebody play it. And that's
same with League of Legends.
No, because League of Legends isn't physically taxing like football is.
I
that's
disagree.
a big reason why somebody isn't going to go out and play football.
I disagree.
Versus watching somebody. How is League of Legends physically
professional
taxing?
video game playing is very physically, mentally, and like all that exhausting. It's not as physical as football, no, but it's 3 times more mental than football, which can also be just as taxing. It's a strategy-based game where you have to rely on 4 other people being on the exact same page as you to go against 5 other people on the enemy team who are just as good mechanically at the game as you are and are trying to beat you in one of the most strategic way possible. It's fast chess. Now, the physical limitations that come in is those kids are getting up and playing that game professionally 12 to 13 hours a day.
Yeah.
And if you're going to sit there and tell me that you could play Battlefield for a week straight, waking up every day 12 to 13 hours, and then at the end of that not be physically exhausted, you're lying to me.
Well, I will say that, like, excuse me, when I was in a clan for Battlefield, and we were, like, training up for a tournament that there was money involved, there was a point in time for like 2 weeks straight where I would get up every day, and I'd get up at like 10:30, and I wouldn't stop until like 6-7 o'clock.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, it's not 13 hours, but it's 8 hours,
and it's still exhausting though.
Yeah, I mean, I would. I mean, I'm not saying that like I was like, God damn, like I'm fucking dog tired. But I mean, by the end of the day, yeah, I'd be tired.
Yeah.
I'd be like, man, I'm ready for bed.
And that's where it comes down. And those guys, literally, their training regimens are that fucking strict. They get moved into a house to do that shit.
I mean, I guess it all kind of comes full circle then to like my point where it was like, yeah, I don't really agree with games like that being worthy of being in a stadium. However, if they are, and they are in, like, Overwatch is in a stadium like that, it's technically a sport at that point. And
it is a sport.
If it's a sport at that point, then it's like, well, then your players are technically athletes, and they have a regimen they need to follow in order to perform at their best
peak.
capability. Yeah, because I mean, when I was in that Battlefield clan, it was like I could notice when I went a couple days without playing.
Oh yeah,
I'd come back and be like, shit,
you're
I
just
forgot
a
how
little
to do that,
rusty
or
on
shit, I
certain
wouldn't have lost against that last time.
Exactly.
So it's like I can understand. It's like
and then you add the stigma of like teams and professional and money and all to that, and that's how people get hyped about it. Is that it's 2 teams. So it's that classic. I saw like a little comic strip where it's like some guy's walking. He goes, "Hey, what's this?" He picks up a flag that has the letter A on it. He goes like, "Huh, I wonder what this is." And then he looks over and some guy has a flag that says B on it. He's like, "Hey, buddy, how's it going? You like the A team? Huh? I like the B team." And then the guy on the A team is just like, "Man, fuck that guy." Like, he just has a different flag than him.
Man, fuck that guy. Yeah, no, that's funny. I don't know.
I was gonna.
I guess I just eat my words then.
Yeah.
I guess.
I mean, I was gonna say like,
I'm glad you accept it.
like
Yeah, I accept
if
it.
I would like if I was that
I'm just
good
not
at a
gonna do
game, I would sit there and have a regimen for 13 hours and stuff like that.
I've-
But then I was thinking about it. To get good at a game, you have to have a regimen of playing it consistently for long periods of time. Anyway.
I mean, I haven't I'm not gonna sit there and say I was the best in any capacity, but maybe a year or 2 ago, I was a lot better at Melee than I am now, and that's because 2 years ago, every single day, I'd be playing Melee for at least a certain period of time, or I'd be driving very often to go play Melee, and my game has taken a hit because now I pick up Melee maybe once or twice a week compared to playing it 6 to 7 days a week.
Yep.
And, I mean, when you play it for that long, like, I would get exhausted playing Melee for 6 hours, but I would also continue playing afterwards just because it's like, I have to learn, I have to do this. That's where I understand, like, the professionalism that comes in. Like, ideally, everybody's like, yeah, I'd love to be a professional gamer. You have to understand what it takes to be a professional gamer. It's not just playing the game you fucking
parents don't
like.
understand that it's not just sitting down and playing the game.
No,
it's not that. It's not like, yeah, that's a big part of it because, like, obviously, but like,
I was trying to explain to my mom the other day because I told her that me and Colin had gone to a Smash Bros tournament, and she was like, "Oh well, how'd you guys do?" And I was like, "Well, I didn't do so good.
You got third.
I got third. Okay, Colin got second.
Yeah.
And I was
Wait, you did?
Yeah, I got second.
At the
The Game Exchange tournament?
You
Yeah.
got second at the Game Exchange?
Yep.
Holy shit.
Lost to my buddy Christian, who he lives like 3 minutes from me. We play kind of often, so it's not like it wasn't too mind blowing. But yeah, I lost.
Shit, dog.
But,
I thought you were out way before that.
So I was explaining to her. I was like, she was like, so like what's with it? Like, what do you get when you win these tournaments? And I was like, well, these small tournaments you don't get all that much.
Yeah, we got.
But I was like,
in-store credit.
I was like, but you got to think about it like this, Mom. I was like, those people that are like top 10 in the world at these games, I'm like, they go to tournaments and then they can go home with 25 grand because they played so well.
Yep.
And my mom was just like, for one day of playing, and I was like,
well, 2 to 3.
I was
typically.
like 2 to 3 because they
Right.
continue in the bracket, of course.
Yeah.
But I was like, it's ridiculous on how much. Literally, what was Hungry Box won 2016 Evo, right?
Yeah.
Okay. He went home with over 74 grand and more production.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and,
you get sponsorship.
yeah.
And all that.
It's like that's
A lot of money.
ridiculous.
Oh yeah.
Dude, I think 2 things on League of Legends. League of Legends, like the average, I think. Well, no, Dota. It was Dota, which is League of Legends, but
Yeah,
before League of Legends,
Right.
like the melee of MOBAs, as I'll
What's
call
it
it.
stand for?
I don't remember what Dota stands for.
I can't
but,
remember either.
But Dota, like a year ago, 2 years ago, had like the very first $1 million tournament,
Yeah.
which is fucking huge.
Yeah, that's
But,
ridiculous.
League of Legends, actually, I believe it was almost 2 years ago too, started. You can now get a scholarship to college to play on collegiate League of Legends.
It means
teams.
That's nuts.
Defense of the Ancients.
That's it, Defense of the Ancients.
Yes.
But yeah, one player that is actually in the LCS, which is the League Championship Series, is Adrian. He is a support player, and he was the very first person to get a scholarship to college to play League of Legends.
How much
and
was
then
the scholarship?
now, I don't remember. I think he was there for 2 years before he got picked up by a pro team.
Wow.
So I think he didn't even write out the full scholarship. I think he was
Damn.
that good. But that just goes to show you, this guy literally went to college playing League of Legends and is now playing professionally, just like you would an athlete for football get a scholarship to some college and then get picked up. Now, I don't
Right.
know how common it is for somebody to be at college for 2 years and then go to pros, but
Right.
All right, well, let's hold up a second. League of Legends is on its way, but for the 4th game on the most popular ever right now.
the most popular ever
Can you guys
right now.
Can you guys guess what the 4th game right after Overwatch is?
The 4th game.
I can
right-
give
so wait,
you-
hold on. We've had
We've had
Fortnite. We've
Fortnite,
had
GTA,
GTA 5. We've had
Overwatch,
Overwatch, and then the 4th is probably
Minecraft.
Hold on.
you
hold
are
on.
close.
No, I'm close.
Close. What
Yeah,
the?
dude, Minecraft-
Roblox.
Roblox. It's not
No,
fucking Roblox.
I was gonna laugh, dude.
Stop.
Oof. Sorry. We should. I mean, it's like probably.
I love how Mason
I
said close, like it's gonna be a game that
Like
is
it's gonna be
Minecraft,
close.
but it's not
It's
even
not,
gonna be
yeah.
close.
Minecraft's
Minecraft's
probably
like,
afterwards.
It's
oh shit.
no,
I don't
no,
know.
it's
I
not.
really don't
I thought it was gonna be PUBG, but it is actually Rainbow Six.
Siege?
Siege.
Yes.
Oh, I
shit.
can believe that. I
Dude,
believe
cool.
that. I
Dude,
know
it's
so
a
many people
big
play
game,
Siege,
dude.
Yeah, no, I'll say yay to
Siege
that.
is
That's
dope.
cool.
Yeah,
I love.
it's
I play
sweet.
Siege with Connor and the homeboys every now
I
and then.
believe it. But
It's
let me
fun.
guess, Minecraft is like right after.
PUBG is right.
Oh,
after.
PUBG is
Yeah.
right
and
after.
then Minecraft,
And then Minecraft.
Dude, Minecraft is popular.
And then League.
and then League,
And then League. Yeah, that's what I
You guys
thought.
know what the next one is?
WoW.
Ooh, that'd be-
no, that
that'd
was a
be a
close
good
one. That
guess,
was a
though.
close one.
Is the next one Street Fighter?
No.
It's it's gotta
completely different.
It's gotta
Completely
be
different.
Is it
completely
RuneScape.
different type of game.
It's fucking RuneScape.
No,
It's gotta be RuneScape.
it's not
It's fucking
RuneScape. I
RuneScape.
said completely different type of game. It is Rocket League.
For
For number 8.
Dude, honestly, okay, I'm gonna retract my statement from earlier. I would go to a fucking stadium to watch Rocket League.
They have them.
I know, and that's the thing. But
They have them.
But it's like I would only do it if we live in a time period where I can get life-size versions of what's happening in the game happen in front of me, like holograms or some shit, you know,
be
where you're just in front of an
ridiculous.
actual stadium and you're actually seeing the cars and shit. But there's like players on each side of the goal controlling the cars, but
It
they're seeing
could-
it from like the cars.
I
point of
don't
view.
think we're too far from that.
I
So-
don't think we are either. But I'm just saying I would
That'd
go
be
watch that. That would
fucking
be sick.
Yeah.
I was gonna go just do top 10, but they have 15 here, so I was just gonna do the 15.
Okay, fine, more.
Um,
That's fine.
So
What number are we at now?
we are on 9. So
Go down the line again. Just so Fortnite. That's
Fortnite.
a yay.
Yeah,
top
GTA,
point game.
that's an
GTA
A.
5.
I'm gonna say yay for that just because I have it. and I like that.
Overwatch. Eh.
Yay. I'd put
Yay,
it third.
Overwatch is fine.
Put me on that ramp.
Rainbow Six.
Rainbow Six
Yay.
is Siege
Yay.
is dope.
PUBG.
PUBG.
I'm surprised it's still as popular, but I can see. I can see.
Then,
They
and
need
then
to stop being
Minecraft.
assholes, then
Minecraft
they'll
being
like
That's a yay.
Number
I can see
6.
Minecraft being 6.
I don't like
League of
Minecraft.
Legends being number 7.
I
Yeah.
don't like League of Legends.
Actually,
Just because you
very
don't like
gross.
it doesn't mean it.
Did you guys know Minecraft
I'm not
and League of
disagreeing
Legends
with it, I'm just saying I don't
both
like it.
came out in 2009?
What did?
Yeah, what?
League of Legends and Minecraft.
Oh, that was a good year, I guess.
Yeah, kids everywhere were.
Has two of the
crazy.
top 10 games.
I bet I could go back and see all the games that came out in 09 and be like, oh, this could be a good year.
This could
There
be
was
a good
no
year.
children on the streets. in '09.
I could work with that.
I could work with this.
Then number 8 is Rocket League.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I can see that.
I agree.
And then number 9, coming after Rocket League.
Was Rocket League 9 or 10?
Oh, no, sorry. Rocket League was 8.
Oh.
Number 9, coming after
Number 9?
Rocket League, number 9,
Number 9
is Counter-Strike.
number 9.
CS:GO?
Yeah.
Counter-Strike Global Offensive.
Yep.
For those who don't know.
I see that because that was
Dude,
actually
it-
that was actually one of the games that actually got me interested in pro gaming.
CS:GO
Was because I
huge.
saw the money pot in CS:GO and like just the potential there. I was
I
just
could
like,
see that too.
You know,
Yeah.
I was surprised. I was like, I
I'm
thought
not.
it would be like Rocket League.
I'm
or
not.
something
I
like
know
that.
so many YouTubers that still play CS:GO. So.
Oh, dude. I mean, you go onto Twitch right now, it's probably still top 4 games on
Yeah.
Twitch.
Yeah,
Easy.
Yeah.
it was
League of Legends
easily
is the
one of the
number
most
one,
popular
but-
online games back in 2013, 14 era.
Has CS:GO
Easily.
been out that long?
CS:GO's been out way before
I
2014.
know.
and
No, I
13.
was thinking like, I thought you said 2004.
No,
So
no.
that's
Number-
why I
It's,
was like,
I think it has
number
been out since
10
then.
is,
Really?
Yes.
is a boogie.
number 10.
Tanja Boogie, guys.
What's a
Ten's
boob?
a boogie. What the
It's a twofer. It's a twofer.
Oh, tied.
It's a tie.
How was it a tie?
It
Probably
I
get
don't know.
about the same amount.
I don't know. The twofer is the most played game, or it counts it because a lot of these are multiplayer games. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like, and that's an easy way to count because you can always tell how many people are online.
Yep.
But it's also taken in the fact of how many downloads and how many people have bought these other games.
Okay, so
Okay.
what's the
Yeah,
what's
what
the
is it?
games?
So the two games that are matching are Battlefield 1 for 10 and Skyrim.
What the
Battlefield
fuck?
1 and Skyrim
Are tied
are tied for 10.
I'd
That's what
honestly
it's saying,
as being
Nothing
most
ag-
played right
as
now.
being most played.
I don't
Are-
see how Skyrim is still there for this long.
Because of all the remastered.
the sales and
It's the
I
remastered
guess,
shit.
but still, like
Remastered
being
put a
played
bunch of, like,
right
mods
now.
in
That I
shit.
think that's why they put it up there, just because of all the stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I can agree with Battlefield 1 being there because it's still a very big, widely known game. It's basically it's the new. I hate to say it's the new COD, but it's like when Call of Duty was popular.
Yeah, I don't hear
you know.
Call of Duty on this list.
Exactly. Battlefield is the new COD in the sense that it's taken
See,
COD's
I feel like
place.
Fortnite's the new
as-
COD.
Well,
Personally,
I
Just
mean,
like a
it's more
third-person
popular,
COD.
but I'm saying because Battlefield is the same style.
Yeah, I'll agree with
Now-
Battlefield
now-
1 being there. I'm just surprised Skyrim is.
Yeah,
to be
Dude,
honest.
Same.
from literally 11 to 14 is ridiculous because
Okay.
it's
Oh,
literally
COD might still be here.
all fighting games.
Dude,
Oh,
Street Fighter
COD is not here.
Street
11
Fighter.
is 11.
Street Fighter is 11.
Dude, Street Fighter 5 is the weirdest Street Fighter game because I have never seen so much active hate for a game that I am just seeing so many more players and so many more tournaments. Like, you go and talk to anybody that's ever played Street Fighter, and they're going to be like, no, dude, Ultra Street Fighter 4 was the epitome of what Street Fighter was.
That's what I've always heard.
Street Fighter 5 is fucking horseshit. It's the worst game. It gives you, it encourages defensive thinking play. And all it does is encourage you to grab and get your opponent into a corner. It's the worst Street Fighter. And then I go and watch Street Fighter tournaments that have 400,000 people watching them and had like over 5,000 entrants. And I'm like, I never saw that for Street Fighter 4. Like,
yeah,
come
what's
on,
going
dude.
on, man?
Like, I saw Street Fighter 4. The only thing I saw is Infiltration and Daigo beating everybody. So that's not what I'm seeing right now. If Daigo lost at 9th, that's fucking ridiculous. Because Daigo Umehara is one of the greatest fighting game legends of all time. So,
Can you guys guess what the next fighting game
I'd
is
say
after
yeah,
Street Fighter?
for Street Fighter
Oh,
5.
yeah, for being 11. But
Probably like
Sorry.
I'm surprised that Battlefield 1 is played more than Street Fighter 5.
I am
I
too.
am not.
You don't think? You think? Dude, I never thought Battlefield 1 really got that much hype as the other Battlefields.
I don't
feel
think it got commercial hype, but I think it was just
it probably
successful.
does have a lot of people
Yeah, it's just
playing it.
successful.
Yeah, I mean,
This
it's a
may be
great game.
This may be a ballsy statement, and I could be completely wrong, but just in my opinion, based off of what I've seen, I feel like there's more FPS players than there are fighting game players.
Oh, no, that's correct.
Yeah.
Oh, I
So
agree
that's
with
why
that.
That's
I
why
agree
I
with
believe
that.
that Battlefield 1 is
I'm
Well,
gonna-
first-person shooters are easier to get into.
That's what I was about to say. I'm about to play hard devil's advocate.
way
and
easier
It's
than
a
like a
lot
fighting
easier to be
game.
good at Battlefield than
Oh,
it
yeah.
is to be at Street
I'll tell you all
Yeah.
day that Battlefield 1 and even Battlefield 3 was easier than having to input combos for a fighting game. I mean, there's a lot more that goes into a fight. It's a lot more personal when it's a one-on-one or a 3-on-3 where it's
that was the statement that everybody understood, because you'll get people who play FPS and be like, all fighting games are is you press buttons. Like,
Yeah.
you don't even understand what
No.
you're doing. I could literally beat you pressing this one button.
No, fighting
And
games
it's
are a
like,
lot more
nah.
personal because you're reading your opponent and they're reading you. It's not.
It's-
We're in Battlefield. It's like, well, I've been having this shoot off between me and this dude from like 400 yards, but then I got like these two other guys that are just coming up on me right now. I got to deal with them while I'm also dealing with that guy. So it's like, I don't know. And I have this whole theory.
Yeah.
I mean, I've told you about my theory with Battlefield, right?
No.
Well, I'm just gonna talk about it real fast.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's I wanted
So
you
back
to.
back when I played Battlefield 3, it could just be me getting too into the game, but I
Yeah.
started noticing this thing where it was like, and this just could be like a duh statement, you
Yeah.
know, but I came to the realization about my
There's
by myself, right?
Okay, yeah.
So the thing is like, I noticed in every combat situation I was in, and I was an infantry player.
yeah.
I mean, yeah, I fucked with vehicles, but my bread and butter was infantry, being on foot.
okay.
Just being able to do my own thing, command all my people, tell them to go where to go, what to do. My whole thing was, I noticed that it was like, no matter what, I would be on top of a situation if I made the right turn along the line. So it was like, all along you're going straight, but it's like if you take a left, there could be like a tank right there. But if you take a right, there could be, I don't know, a teammate of yours that has anti-tank shit. That
Yeah.
tank's still going to be there on the left, but on the right, you have a choice where you can spot that tank from across the way and tell the person who's next to you to, like, hey, shoot it with a rocket or something, and then you keep going.
Yeah.
You know, you get the spot assist for that, or vice versa, where it's like you take a left and then there's an opponent around the corner. Whereas if I had taken a right, I could have been behind that opponent.
Yeah.
Where it's like, if you take the wrong turn along the way, you get killed. No matter what, you're gonna be on
So
the
you
disadvantage of a
You
situation.
learned the lesson that every single choice that you make in a game
will keep you on top if you make the right one.
exactly, and every death can be linked to a choice that
you made. Yes.
Yep, that
Yes.
is-
Yes, and it was
it
like
is a duh thing, but it
Yes.
is also something that takes a while for
yes,
you to
exactly.
grasp.
It was like I realized that it was like, dude, if I break this down honestly, it's like I could have lived the entire match
Mhm.
and not once been killed if I had just done this and this and this differently.
And that's what makes pro players really good. Is
And
they
that's what I was just
always
like,
seem
and I
to
started
make the right
realizing that.
choice.
I started realizing that, and it was like, it's not a path that you're on that you can see, but you can feel it when you're on it.
Oh, yeah.
Because you're just like, oh my god, this guy doesn't even know, or oh my god, this guy isn't even paying attention.
the
And it's just
truth.
like, I don't know, dude.
The
It was
all truth.
crazy. Yeah. Go ahead. Sorry.
I'm
What was
glad
the
you-
thing?
Glad
Yeah,
you
go
came.
ahead.
So
to
do you
that.
guys want me to go down the list again here?
No, I think we stopped at Street Fighter after Battlefield
Which
1.
is 11.
Yep.
Okay. 12. Can you guys guess?
You said it's a fighting game?
It's the next
Smash Bros.
It is the fighting game. That's not Smash Bros.
Smash Bros.
actually.
Isn't a fighting game. No.
Okay.
Hey, well,
It's a sandbox fighting game.
is it Dragon Ball?
It is not Dragon Ball.
That's surprising.
I thought it
Tekken.
would be Dragon
Naruto?
Ball 2. It is Tekken 7.
It's
Tekken
Tekken.
7 comes
Not
actually
Naruto.
really close to Street Fighter.
Yeah, that's Tekken's always been revered as one of the best, so it makes sense. I personally don't like Tekken. I think
it's weird.
I think
it's so weird.
I don't like the 3D fighting. That's it. I
Yeah.
like when I'm stuck on a plane, and things look nice. Like I can only move in one direction. I
Yep.
like that.
Yep.
So, but 3D
I
fighting,
agree. I
Tekken,
agree.
it's the biggest one. Maybe not so much when Soul Calibur 6 comes out. Speaking of Soul Calibur 6, Voldo just got fucking announced, which I knew he was going to, but always been one of my favorite Soul Calibur characters because he's fucking strange as hell. You know what his official title is? Voldo, the Gatekeeper to Hell.
Whoa.
Huh.
Yeah. So I was like,
I thought he was just a
Holy
really fancy
shit.
car that old people get.
that's a Volvo.
Oh, you're correct.
Yeah.
That guy is insane looking too. He's got like
I
what?
want this podcast to be
Blades
called
for
Volvo,
fingers?
the Gatekeeper to Hell. It's just the car.
Just
See-
have a picture of a Volvo, yeah.
It should
front
take
of
have
the
his
gates of hell.
have his arms with the blades for fingers too. Like
Yeah, he's like Edward Scissorhands.
yeah,
but
he's really weird.
Oh, I
he's
know who you're
actually
talking
he's
about.
blind too.
Is he the one with the
Yeah,
mask?
yeah, he is.
Yeah, he's blind.
And that's why he has the mask.
And like for some reason he'll like go like on his
He contorts his body.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's like
man.
possessed. It's
oh,
so
yeah.
weird.
Makes
Is
so
it the guy,
much sense.
Is it the guy that does like the...
Yep.
And he just
That's
throws his body.
And
at
he
you.
does that figure eight between their,
Yep.
their legs and shit to trip him?
Yep.
Oh,
That's dude.
shit.
And he just got announced.
Oh,
That's
for Soul Calibur
awesome.
6.
That's
And,
awesome.
I mean, I'm not gonna
I
lie.
understand why he's the gatekeeper of hell.
Yeah,
now.
you brought it up to me probably a few months ago, just being a little bit hyped about Soul Calibur 6, and I was kind of like, I don't really care too much.
Mm-hmm.
But now I don't know, some fire's burning in me. I don't like fucking
Some
3D
fire.
fire. I don't like them. But dude, Soul Calibur 6 is getting me so fucking hyped. I'm like, all these good characters. Talum's back.
Yeah.
Voldo.
What's that new game that you introduced me to that's made by the same people that made Fighters?
Oh, Blaze Blue Cross Tag.
Dude, I'm getting
so hyped
so
for that,
hyped
too.
for that. You showed it to me and then I've just been watching shit on it and I'm just like,
it
oh
looks
my
so
god,
clean.
dude.
Looks so clean. Ooh, so clean. Yeah.
There's so many like
I love
different
fighting games,
combinations
Jesus
and
Christ.
shit.
I'm giddy now. I love fighting games.
Yeah, you left last night when me and Mason got into this crazy like game idea conversation about because we were talking about all the martial artists,
Oh yeah.
like famous martial artists, and it was just like, what if they made like a Tekken game, but it was like you had aspects from other fighting games, where it was like each character you could choose would be a famous martial artist that you
yeah.
know. Okay.
I remember you
So it could
saying
be
that.
like Jackie Chan, it could be fucking Tony Jaa, Donnie Yen, you got Jet Li,
Mm-hmm.
Bruce Lee, whatever. But it's like, what if when you, in the character select screen, when you went to go choose them, you had the option of, it'd be like a Mortal Kombat situation where if you changed their skin, they'd have different move sets. Okay?
Oh,
so you'd have
it's like Jackie Chan from different movies.
yeah, you'd have
where
like Drunken Master Jackie Chan. Then you'd have like
Mhm.
Cop Jackie Chan. And then you'd have like,
Can I get Jackie Chan from the animated series? Because
there
that'd
you
be
go.
fucking
That
There you
would
go.
be
There you go.
Bad
Like,
day,
right?
bad day, bad day.
Yeah, there you go. And so like,
Wow, wow,
like with
wow,
Bruce Lee, you'd have
wow.
Yellow jumpsuit Bruce Lee.
Oh,
You'd have
Yeah.
shirtless fucking
who is the chick from Kill Bill?
Uma Thurman.
What's her character name?
Oh, that's
Couldn't tell you.
I'd want her to
That's,
be in there for sure.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I know
well, if
that
you have
she's
her
not
in there,
an
then
actual-
you gotta have Lucy Liu in there too.
yeah, fuck
Yeah.
yeah, from
Well,
Charlie's
I was
Angels?
also
Yeah.
just saying
Oh my God, you'd have Charlie's
Norris.
Angels version of Lucy Liu, and then Kill Bill version of Lucy Liu.
And then you have to
Yeah.
have Chuck Norris in there.
yeah,
I
we
mean,
said the American character could be Chuck Norris,
Fuck yeah.
and so you have like
Of
all
course.
the martial art movies he's been in and shit. So you'd have like like US of A, fucking.
Isn't it
Chuck
canon he
Norris
kills
and-
Bruce Lee in a movie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it was.
no. Well,
Enter the Dragon.
He
He
got
fights.
killed.
They
by
fight.
I think the only time Chuck Norris has been
They
killed is by
fight.
Bruce Lee.
Yeah.
No, I think Chuck Norris kills Bruce Lee in
Is that
Enter
what
the
it was?
Dragon.
I
In
could have
Into
it
the
backwards.
Dragon, I'm pretty sure they fight because I remember
They fight in
watching
Enter
the
the
fight
Dragon,
scene
for sure.
and Bruce Lee wins that fight.
Who
Well, basically,
wins
what I was
in-
getting at though was that like it
Into
would
the
change their movesets and shit, but it was like, I don't know, it'd be almost like a Smash Bros aspect where it was like you just, I don't want a fighting game that has like really complicated combos. I want you to just be able to just, like say A does a certain move set of stuff and B does a certain move set of stuff, but if you add directionals into that, then it's like you can just combo A and B moves together.
Right.
So you have your basic like hand to hand, but then all of a sudden it's like you've got power moves and stuff that you can throw in there just at the end or in the middle or at the beginning, and if you do any swoops and stuff with the fucking analog stick, then that'll like change the direction of where they go.
Well, yeah, like it should be like. That's
Like
why I
Smash
said.
Bros.
That's why I said it could be kind of set up like fighters.
Yeah.
So like it has like auto combos.
Mhm.
So like you could do like a down forward B for a starting combo, and then
Mhm.
you could press AA to do the auto combo into another power move, into another auto combo, into a hit up, into a grab, knockdown or something.
Right,
You know?
but I don't know. To me, that's too complicated.
Well, that's what you were saying, how it would be just B and A instead of, or like just 2 button configurations instead of it being
right.
light punch, medium punch.
I mean, if
heavy
it's like
punch.
with an Xbox controller, you technically could do because you know how like you have X and A as your left as your left buttons diagonally, and then you have Y and B as your right buttons diagonally. So
Yeah.
that's
He
like
does beat Chuck Norris, and
that's what I
Yeah,
thought.
yeah,
I thought
yeah.
the only
I thought it
I
was
thought
the
the
other
only
way.
time Chuck Norris has ever been beat was by
I don't
Bruce
think
Lee.
he kills him. I think he just
No, I'm
beats
pretty
him.
sure he kills him.
yeah, I think he
He
kills
kills
He
him?
literally kills him. Yeah, he does the fucking the thing.
Oh,
There
yeah.
is actually this thing here. Oh Jesus, that scared me. There is a thing that says Grandmaster Chuck Norris. Fucking hilarious.
That would be the
title.
name of his skin at that
Yeah.
point.
Was a world champion when he and Bruce Lee worked out together, and has been quoted saying in an interview that I was a professional fighter and Bruce Lee was not. As for the two of them fighting to find out who could beat the other, Bruce didn't want to go there, and I didn't want to go there either. So they just respected each other actually as fighters. So the two of them have never truly fought.
How is it just because Bruce Lee was an actor that made him not a professional fighter?
He was a martial artist. He wasn't like Chuck was a tournament fighter.
Ah,
That was the difference.
Yeah.
because I was like, dude, I mean, he taught under fucking
Yeah. No, Bruce Lee
Hitman
is.
and shit.
I mean, he's probably the most experienced martial artist ever.
I don't know.
I mean, I'm not sure either, but
See, that's what
At
I
least for
thought,
his
but
time.
I've read a thing that, and a lot of people would probably disagree, but I've actually read a thing that Jet Li actually knows the most mixed martial artists
Yeah,
in
probably.
the world than anyone.
I mean, we were just talking about this the other night.
He
with
knows
Tony John
literally
Muay Thai.
like 23 different types of wushu.
Okay, but what,
He
ab-
knows.
okay, but what about all those fucking like random old dudes that are over in Asia that just took it upon themselves, not being an actor, just took it upon themselves to travel and learn.
Well,
all
yeah,
these
but
different
they're not
martial arts and
known,
shit.
so we're not gonna fucking talk about them.
Then
Austin.
how was
There's-
Jet Li the most fucking?
There's
Because
always
he's
a
the
bigger
most known
fish.
person with the most known mixed martial arts.
well, that wasn't
Possibly.
specified.
Yeah.
You just said he was the most.
All right.
Fucking,
So
anyways,
yeah,
what's-
literally.
Yeah, what's the
What's
the end
after
of this list?
Tekken? We got a little off track.
So Jesus fucking Christ!
Jet Li would totally fuck you up, dude.
What the fuck is after Tekken? I gotta know.
What is it? Yeah, you're reading the list.
Oh yeah. So what is after? Tekken?
Are you serious?
Shit. Sorry. Sorry, I got a Snapchat, boys.
Oh, sorry.
Oh my God! No, I'm joking.
Austin
So
just
the game.
flipping you off.
What the hell? The game after Tekken is actually not a fighting game. I thought it was going to continue a fighting game, but I scrolled down one. The game
So
after
you
Tekken.
lied to us.
Yes, I did. Fuck you. Most played game
13th.
13th is Pokemon VGC. Let's
Wow.
fucking go.
That is a fighting game. No.
Woo, woo, woo.
That's
That's
cool.
what I'm talking about, boys.
cool.
Step
That's
it
cool.
up.
I forgot about Pokemon.
Has a shit ton of. Has a huge.
I'm not gonna
following,
lie.
dude.
I'm really surprised that it's up there that high because
There's
from
people
what
all
I've
around the
seen-
world.
Yeah, but what
there's
I've
like
seen
an Australian tournament, European,
since Alola,
Japanese.
since Sun and Moon, for those of you who
Yeah.
don't know, Pokemon Sun and Moon, the VGBC, is that what it's called?
VGC.
VGC.
Video.
Oh, I was thinking video game boot
competition.
camp.
Pokemon
But,
video game competition.
Yeah, but they haven't been as stream heavy as they were after X and Y. Like, it's hard to find a tournament
Yeah.
of any Alolan
You have
shit.
to go on their website. You have to go on.
Pokemon's doing it?
Pokemon. Well, it
Fuck
is.
you
No, they have
guys.
links on there. But no, there is a PokemonVGC.com
Yeah,
website where you can
that's-
watch every single.
Let Twitch do it, dude.
Let
Twitch
Twitch
is
do it.
doing
That's
so
what I-
Twitch
fucking
does-
good.
They
Twitch
don't do
does
it. They don't.
just
They don't.
fine
They
doing
stream it on Pokemon. They stream it on Pokemon VGC, but they don't stream it on Twitch.
That's half the problem.
That's half
I
the
guarantee Pokemon would be up in the top 5 if Twitch allowed, or if they allowed.
There's
Twitch
small
to take it.
tournaments that are on Twitch, of course,
Yeah,
but
none
you
of
know.
the big ones.
Yeah.
Magic the Gathering is probably still only so popular. No offense to Magic the Gathering players, but you can see every major tournament streamed on Twitch, and that's
Right.
for a card
Yep.
game.
Yep.
So, I don't know. That's cool. I'm happy for Pokemon. I love Pokemon, of course.
Right.
But fuck you guys. Let me watch it on the way I want to watch it. I don't want to go to your shitty Pokemon VGC website because yes, you have all the power in the world behind Nintendo, but nothing beats fucking homegrown streams, baby. Nothing beats it.
All right, guys. So what do you think's number for 14? So you guys say that's a yay?
Number for 14.
What do I
Number
think
for
the number for 14 is? I
Number
think
for
it's
14.
14.
I think it's 14.
Yeah.
You guys think the number for 14 is 14?
Am I right? Or am I? And it makes like you're wrong.
You're wrong.
Was it 15? Yeah,
I
15 was the
looking
number for
15.
14.
Sorry.
I was looking for the letter Q. The letter Q.
And the
What is it?
Batman symbol.
What is it though?
It's a fighting game. Yes.
It is a fighting game.
Is it Dragon Ball Fighters now?
It is Dragon Ball Fighters
shit.
now.
Fucking this game, man. It is.
It is fucking
huge.
awesome, dude. Me and Colin are getting
played all the
so
time.
close to being so good, but we just don't understand stupid mechanics of it.
Yeah.
What was the thing you said him earlier? Was that the fight between Leffen and that one
That
kid?
Go1?
Yeah.
Go one.
Or Go One.
Go. Well, his real name is Goichi.
Goichi,
Because
yeah.
Ichi in Japanese, I believe, means one. But when it's spelled out, it's Go1.
Go1, yeah. Go1.
Was that the one you sent him?
Yeah,
So
so,
did
well,
you-
no, I sent him the
Send me the
combo
combo
contest of just that Goku Black.
I
just-
watched Leffen versus Go1 live.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you saw
I
fucking
know
Go One do the
the-
fucking.
the- I wanted Leffen to win so
I know,
bad.
dude. I was
know.
like, Leffen, what happened,
Dude, what happened is he was empty teleporting anytime he fucking got
Yeah.
bar. And it was just like,
Right.
Leffen, he knows that you're trying to do that for a mix-up. Just try to get like 2 bars and then do some stupid shit.
Yeah.
Like that's, and then Go1's like, well, I'm just gonna get 2 bars and then do some stupid shit.
That's-
what he
and
did.
then he all he had to
Go
do
One
was
got
get a
that
combo.
fucking Shinron summon.
That was
sick,
amazing.
dude.
I thought he was going to
Sick.
revive someone. Nope.
Yeah,
he
I
was just
thought-
like, I want ultimate power.
I think the announcers did too. They're like, oh, is he gonna bring back Cell? You know, like because
Yeah.
that would have helped him out a lot. But he just got the 2.
He got 2
fucking
sparking.
Sparkings.
No, dude.
Definitely Leffen is so much better with Cell than Go1. Just saying.
Really?
Dude, literally that whole I've watched so many matches of them, and I've seen Leffen. He's so much more consistent than Go1.
I mean, Go1 is way more consistent than Leffen. If we're talking in the grand scheme
In the
of
grand
things.
scheme, but every time I see Go1 Cell and like Leffen Cell, I feel like Leffen Cell just has way like longer combos.
I think you're absurd, is what I think. But
What?
hey, that's
Literally,
fine.
when I saw them face the 2-3
That
times
day-
I've watched them
that
face.
day, Leffen was on one, dude. That's not Leffen. Leffen, nobody would have ever thought he could get Go1 to a situation like that match, where
Damn.
it's their last characters, and Leffen, if he gets one combo string, beats Go1. No one thought Leffen could do that. That's what makes that so fucking
He is
hype.
a god killer. I mean,
Well, in Melee. Did you know that? Leffen is
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
top Melee player.
Yeah.
And was the literal first person to ever beat all of the 5 gods of Melee. So
in majors.
yeah, he beat them all in majors. So
Damn.
he is technically considered a
Leffen,
god
if
now.
you are listening,
but he's the
please
God
like
Slayer.
and subscribe.
He
You
doesn't
are
like that.
You are the God Slayer. I don't care.
No, he actually hates that terminology. Like he hates the whole idea of like
Dude,
gods
I
and
would
all
love
that
it.
shit.
I would be like, yes.
Yeah, well,
Fuck yes.
I think that's kind of what got Leffen to where he was he never viewed them as gods. He's just like
he's just like they're just regular people,
that's
just
the-
like you
what's
and me.
a king to a god?
Yeah.
And what's a god to a non-believer? Fucking Leffen. That's left.
Dude, I don't know who that commentator is in that video of
And fighters.
yeah, where he's just
Yeah, dude, that's my favorite FGC moment is when there's just some crazy shit's going on the fucking screen.
yeah.
People are dead silent, and then there's just that one person in the background that's just like,
Well, the guy was like,
screams
yeah,
oh.
he's like, I can't say anything.
I can't say.
I love that, dude. That's
So much going on.
But yeah, no, Fighters is
Awesome.
the spiritual successor to I say this now, nobody else would say this, but to Marvel vs. Capcom 3, Ultimate Marvel
That's
vs.
immediately
Capcom.
what I thought of when I first saw it.
Yeah,
Like before it came out.
It's because Marvel
I
vs.
feel like
Capcom Infinite
it would
and
be-
it shit the bed.
Yeah.
That game shit the bed.
Shit the bed.
And Dragon Ball Fighters has everything going for it. It
You
is
ever done
Dragon Ball.
Huh?
You ever done that?
What? Shit the bed?
Shit
no.
the bed.
No.
I haven't either. I just want to know
Yeah,
if you guys.
just kidding.
I
Yeah.
almost did, and I
I-
got up really fast, and I shit on the way to the
Oh, so
bathroom.
you shit on the carpet.
Well, no, it was in my
It
butt.
doesn't roll off the tongue.
It was
as
all
well.
in my clothes.
Oh, it was still in your
That's
in your
fucking.
trousers.
This is
In my
people
trousers.
will hear this.
I was
Mason's
like
Mason's talking.
seven,
He's talking about a
six.
poop story. It's not a big deal. Everybody's got
Dude,
poop
one time
stories,
Garrett,
man.
I was like really young. And
You're
Garrett,
gonna throw
Garrett-
Garrett under the bus now?
no, not throwing.
He's part
I'm
of-
actually
he's part
throwing
of the
me
channel.
under the bus. This is a
okay.
really gross story. I was like maybe like 3 or 4, and Garrett was like, "I bet you won't stick that piece of poop in your mouth," and I just put it right in my mouth. I mean,
was it dog shit?
no, it was my poop. It was.
My. Austin.
Austin's face. He didn't laugh once. He's just disgusted.
Hold on, no, I'm still registering. So you
You-
put your own shit in your mouth.
A little piece of it, yeah.
And you decided you wanted to tell that to...
However many people.
Dude,
However
I
many
was
people
like,
this
what?
gets to.
Like 3 years old? What do you expect of me?
So you weren't even talking yet?
I mean, I could kind of talk when I was 3, I guess. I remember things from when I was 3.
Obviously, like putting shit in your mouth.
What did you learn from that?
Poop tastes bad.
Yeah, poop.
Did you- did
Poop is my friend.
I bet you kind of secretly liked it.
You're fucked up.
I'm just joking.
Hey,
I'll say
Austin?
that in Mason's
Hey,
voice.
Austin, will you let me know when you're going to poop later?
Oh, what the fuck?
I'll let you know, dude. I won't even flush. I'll just let you come right in and dig
Anyway,
in.
Thank you. I'll just
Back
go right
to
in there.
Dragon Ball Fighters.
Oh, yeah, that's where we were. Sorry.
Yeah, it's Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite shit the bed and then put it in its mouth at 3 years old. And it's just not a
Thank
good
you.
game. So Dragon Ball Fighters, which has Dragon Ball characters, which everybody knows Goku. Like, you know, people don't watch anime know Goku. They're like, is that Goku? Bet he can't fucking beat Goku. But, so it's got the anime fans because anime games.
Oh, yeah.
It's
Oh,
got
yeah.
Dragon Ball Z. It's the 3-on-3 fighting system. Solid mechanics. Fucking. It's got everything. It is literally.
Everything.
It is, I think, the game at EVO this year, happening in like 2 weeks, by the way.
Right.
With the highest amount of entrants.
Wow.
Beating out. I don't know if this is accurate, but I think it is beating out Street Fighter and Tekken.
So that means next year it could be
It
even
might
higher.
It might be a mainstay on the EVO stage for a
Woo!
little bit.
That's awesome. I like to hear that.
I do too. It's
Wow.
sick.
Can you guys guess the next one? Number
After
15.
Fighters.
Not a fighting game?
Number 15.
Not a fighting
Not
game.
a fighting game,
Not
which
a
is
fighting
really sad because I thought
No,
another one of the biggest fighting games. Well, what Colin said, not a fighting game,
Smash Bros.
would be on there. Would
Nope.
be in top 15.
Nope, people hate us.
But it is not. What is number 15, boys?
What is number 15? Yay for Dragon Ball Fighters, by the
Oh,
way.
yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
so happy it's there.
I actually wish it was higher up.
It will be.
It will be.
I give it an A.
A.
Number 15 comes in hot with WoW.
Oh,
Oh,
that
okay.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes fucking sense.
Dude, World of Warcraft it's fallen, but not so badly.
It fell gracefully.
Yeah. I
Like,
actually
it
would
kind
say
of-
that.
But
It
they're
kind of like-
aren't
like a
they?
feather,
No, they're
just kinda
releasing a new
floated down
thing.
a
Oh,
little
aren't they?
dude, World of Warcraft is always going to be releasing a new
Dude,
expansion.
Like it's just gonna keep going.
I
Like,
will let you know, having had my friend Kyle as my friend for a while, who's been obsessed with World of Warcraft for a long, long time.
Yeah.
Having lived with him, having known him for a long time, this is how the average World of Warcraft player views expansions. So, we're in an expansion, right? I'll name the actual expansion. We're in Wrath of the Lich King.
I played Wrath of the Lich King.
Okay, so
great
we're in-
expansion.
We're in Wrath of the Lich King. Kyle's like, this is one of the greatest things World of Warcraft has ever done.
Right on.
Right as it starts, about 2 weeks in. So after the 2 weeks initially, Kyle's like, man, I like Wrath of the Lich King and everything, but it's never going to actually compare to World of Warcraft Burning Crusades, which came out before Wrath of the Lich King.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's,
I
you know,
agree.
after the first 2 weeks. And then you're about in the middle of the expansion pack. Kyle's like, dude, I don't know. I think I'm going to quit World of Warcraft. It's just like not as fun as it used to be, man. I'm not really digging it.
Jesus.
And then Kyle quit for about a week or two. And then another expansion will be announced. And Kyle, I mean, this is obviously way shorter than the average timeline because
Yeah.
it's like years before. But Kyle will come back and then he'll be like, dude, you guys hear about this new expansion that's coming out for World of Warcraft? It's called Cataclysm. Cataclysm looks like it might be, you know, what I was missing from Wrath of the Lich King into Burning Crusades. I think Cata is going to be the next big thing for World of Warcraft. I think I'm going to start playing again. So he plays the last of Wrath of the Lich King, the last like 2 weeks, just shitting all over Wrath of the Lich King, where he's like, this is so fucking terrible. I can't believe I ever enjoyed this. I can't wait until Cataclysm comes out. Cataclysm comes out. Kyle, for the first 2 weeks, is like, this is the greatest expansion World of Warcraft's ever fucking done. They're fucking geniuses. And then after the 2 weeks, man, Wrath of the Lich King was probably like the best expansion. World of Warcraft. Honestly, been the fucking
You know what is so funny, dude?
Of Kyle.
That is fucking hilarious.
Love you,
because
Kyle.
Daniel's cousin, you guys met him before, right?
Oh, yeah.
He came over here and he's really into WoW too.
Sorry.
And dude, he literally explained that exact same thing. He was like, dude, I thought Burning Crusades was like my favorite expansion. And then Wrath of the Lich King came out. And I was like, dude, this is the greatest expansion. And then after a little bit, I was like, nah, I don't like it so much anymore. Burning Crusades is great. And then Cataclysm came out. And I was like, yeah, man, this is fucking awesome. And then like 2 weeks later, boom,
I think
same thing.
I think
awesome.
Kyle will actually defend Cataclysm now. I'm not sure, but I know he'll defend Wrath. I know he likes Wrath. I know he likes BC, but he apparently hates Mist of Pandaria, which is the one that I played the most.
Everybody hates that one.
Yeah, it kind of sucked,
Yeah.
but that was the one I played the most at, and I think I had the most fun playing because I was playing with Connor, Joey, Kyle, and all them, and that was when we were all like actually playing it. So I haven't played any expansion after that, and I don't really plan on it. Like,
I'm gonna take an educated guess and say that that's the one that they released the panda.
it
species.
is Mist of Pandaria. Yeah, Panda.
Like I
See,
said,
the pandas are
educated guess.
fucking cool.
That's cool,
The Pandarans.
but it's just
Pandarans. I don't know how
you
you'd say
I
it.
feel like they were trying to go for the whole Kung Fu Panda aspect, and it was just
The big thing that Kyle will do though is he'll talk up an expansion to us, and he'll get like me, Connor, and Joey like actually hyped about World of Warcraft to where we want to come back and play. But I haven't done it since Mist. But I mean, that's just how it's always been for World of Warcraft players. I feel they love an expansion when it first comes out. 2 weeks later, they're kind of like, man, I missed my old one. 3 weeks in, they fucking hate it, and then the new X pack comes out and they fucking love it. That's World of Warcraft. You know.
Yeah, well, I mean that's why I never got into it.
But it is
That's,
a Titan.
That's not why. But
It is a Titan.
Did you guys know the Wrath of the Lich King was the most played expansion of WoW?
I kind of believe it because that was when WoW's like high point really
was,
reached, and
yeah.
everybody wanted to get a game that was like World of Warcraft.
By the way, they have free private servers of every expansion of
Yep.
WoW online right now. So
same
just
for
fucking
RuneScape.
go out there and just fucking play it,
same
man.
for RuneScape.
Play
but-
it.
they're not still shutting that down, are they?
RuneScape?
Yeah.
No,
I heard like
it's getting
like
a mobile game.
I heard like a month ago that they were shutting down servers for that shit.
No, RuneScape is coming on to phones this Christmas, I believe.
Okay. Well, I was just saying that the thing I read was like, oh, remember all those hours you put into getting the fucking rainbow shoes and shit, and it's like now
I never
That was
got
all-
the
that was all
rainbow
for nothing.
shoes.
I would
I never.
I'd like to request a moment of silence though, coming in for a game that we did lose servers on not too long ago.
we've lost a lot actually.
Well, this one was pretty near and dear to my heart. So if you could, a moment of silence for Club Penguin. There we go. Thank you. That was,
Yep.
God, that-
yeah,
I'm
give,
tearing
give
up right now.
respect where respect is due.
We're never gonna be able to tilt that fucking iceberg ever again.
God damn it.
Tilt it over and make it a fucking disco.
Yeah, dude. Jesus Christ. Club Penguin, I never actually played it, but when I heard that the servers were dropping
Yeah.
on Club Penguin, I was like, damn,
Yeah.
that's like
I had my
that's
first
the end of an
girlfriend
era.
on Club Penguin.
What?
I'm telling
That
the
doesn't
truth.
surprise me.
I had my first
Are you
girlfriend.
sure it was a girl?
No.
Could have
He's
been anybody.
not.
Could have been.
But
Could have been a 42-year-old
Um,
man named Jim.
Exactly.
you could have been. Your first girlfriend was Jim.
I mean, no. I mean, it was like what you did in Club Penguin, man. I invited her to my house in Club Penguin. We sat by my fireplace,
And you talked.
and we talked.
Yeah. That's awesome.
That's fucking dope.
Mason getting his first taste of love
Whoa,
through
it's
Club
like-
Penguin.
What, like 9 or 10? What?
You know what's fucking weird is Neopets is still going strong.
No.
Yeah, dude. Neopets.
Oh, no. No.
I remember. I'm actually ashamed that I remember this much about
After
it.
all
but,
this time.
always.
Always.
But-
Snape.
Comes full circle.
Always.
But I had I think the character was called a Bloomaroo, which is he's kind of like a kangaroo looking motherfucker, and you could get paintbrushes that would give your Neopets special costumes, like you
Alright.
could paint them a certain color. and the outfit it gave him was it made him Anubis, the god of death. So my Bloomaroo on fucking Neopets was the god of death.
Sick.
And that was pretty fucking cool. I don't remember. I was dating Taylor at the time. She kind of ran most of the Neopets. Dude, she was so into it, and she would go and play all the games and get all the points and shit. She knew how to do things in 20 minutes. So she'd log on, get all the shit she needed in 20 minutes, and then log on the next day. But she was getting points out the wazoo. Fucking, she'd get these great omelets she could go and sell and make a lot of fucking money. Dude, it was crazy. I was I saw the first sucked in
Sugar mama.
shit. Yeah, Taylor was my Neopet sugar mama.
Neopet sugar mama.
Oh my.
That's hilarious. Actually.
That's great.
Yeah. So wow.
Wow. Yay. I can see it at 15. And
Yeah.
it'll probably raise up and lower down for a little bit like it do. But WoW's always going to be there until some new MMO comes out.
Yeah.
And many have tried and many have failed.
They listed a couple other games just for last request respects, I guess.
Yeah.
Those were Injustice 2, Smash Bros for the Wii U,
Yep.
Smash Bros Melee.
Yep.
And
Surprised Injustice 2's in there though, and not
I'm
Mortal
surprised
Kombat.
Melee's that high up if they're talking about in the top 20 still.
it was a request. I mean, it's
Damn.
pretty big played game. It's the most. I mean, they took into account of tournaments and just how many people
Yeah.
played it this year.
What's the podcast I'm at?
We're almost at an hour and a half.
Oh shit.
Yeah, we went a little over today.
Well, no, I mean,
normally we keep it at an hour and
I like
hour
that.
and 15.
yeah, I do like that.
But yeah, we just kind of went on a rant there and lost ourselves. That's what we do.
Ranktacular, spectacular podcasters.
Rantacular, spectacular podcasters.
Oh, what were we were talking about? Fucking Harry Potter and Colin. Do you
For
know?
a while.
Yeah, but it just I was thinking of that meme because me and Austin were talking about this. Colin, have you seen that meme where it's the chick leaving the voicemail and she's like, "I love you and I miss you."
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so the thing
I know
was,
you're done,
we were watching,
but if you could just call me back.
Yeah.
we were watching.
Poor girl.
My roommates, Daniel and Sabrina, were watching Sorcerer's Stone,
Yeah.
and there was a whole scene where they go out into the Forbidden Forest,
Mm-hmm.
and Draco is with Harry, and they got Fang,
Fang.
and
He's a bloody coward.
yeah, he's a okay.
Oh, I remember this.
I gotta
know
tell
where
you,
you're going with this.
I gotta tell you, he's a bloody coward.
Yeah.
But they're walking in the woods, and Draco's holding the thing,
Yeah,
and then
the
they're
lantern.
just walking, and they're just like, "Do you think there's any?" Draco's like,
Oh,
"Wh-
God, I
like,
think I know
why
this
is there
fucking
anything?
thing."
Why is all these? Why are they making us do this? This is ridiculous." And then you just hear, "Ooh," and then Draco turns around. Did you hear that?
And it's replaced with the girl.
So the thing was, I wanted to make that meme.
Oh, okay.
It hasn't been created. I haven't found it. I want to make it so it's
Fuck.
like,
Okay, but the thing is, it's
I love you and I miss you.
And he drops the lantern and
Draco,
runs.
what would you hear that?
but people only find it funny if they know that scene.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
has just like a ooh in the background.
In
so
the
it's like,
background, yeah.
I'm pretty sure a lot of people know that.
A lot of people would get it.
I mean,
yeah.
as soon as he started saying the scene,
he knew.
I
He knew.
kind of
quick
knew.
But
question,
you are a
though.
big Harry Potter fan.
That's
quick
true.
question about that scene though.
Yeah, what up?
So I know I'll give benefit of the doubt how they didn't. You could tell in the beginning, the very first movie, they didn't really know how they were gonna make Voldemort look.
Yeah.
Once he was in physical form, so you can tell, but it's when Harry, after Draco leaves or whatever, and Harry's by himself, and he runs into that cloaked figure that's
Yeah.
feasting on the unicorn.
Yep.
Is that Voldemort?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Just making sure. Just making sure.
I actually think
It's like the whole thing where he's on Professor Quirrell and he has a nose there,
I
but
think
doesn't have. Just,
Right,
it
right.
might not actually be Voldemort. It might be Quirrell that is feasting on the unicorn.
That's possible too, because it's not actually Voldemort. It could be just Quirrell in a cloak feasting on a
It
unicorn
might
to
also,
Also,
save.
another question I had throughout the whole
But
movie.
how did he do the whole?
That's why I asked if it
He
was Voldemort.
swoops in. He's a fucking.
And he's
It looks like
like
a fucking cloak on a,
he's
on
like
a clothesline, bro.
He's like a snake. He's like slithering
Yeah.
snake.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, no.
That's his whole thing, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why he
my-
doesn't have
My
a
question
nose.
is though,
Get the
what
stone!
did
Give me the stone.
why
Fucking
why
love that.
did he do this, and what did they do with it after Harry collected Snape's tears when he was dying?
Memories.
Oh yes,
The memory.
That's how he found
goes
out.
to that
Okay, okay.
Dumbledore's
All right.
whatever thing that you throw the memories
I
into.
forgot.
Yeah.
That was my question.
Yeah.
After it was over, I was like, I don't remember them doing anything with that, but you know.
No, it's how you fucking see all this shit. Oh God, Snape.
Yeah.
Fuck. He was so good.
What a G,
Yeah.
dude.
He
like
was-
doing what he did to just for the greater good.
Yeah. I mean,
Went
The
through
fact-
that whole extent.
the greatest thing about Snape is the fact that you are made out to hate him in the sixth
The
one.
whole time.
Well, yeah, the whole time, but in the sixth one specifically because he kills Dumbledore.
Yeah.
And it's like that whole scene because Harry's hiding underneath everybody, and it's when Draco disarms him, and like Harry is about to go up, and then Snape stops him and tells him to stay quiet,
Does the shush. Yeah.
and then goes up and just fucking kills Dumbledore.
yeah.
And you like
Harry probably was like, "What the fuck?"
exactly, but then it goes back and it shows all the flashbacks of like Dumbledore's like, if anyone's going to kill me, it has to be you.
Because then it'll make Voldemort fully trust him.
Yep, that and also it would give Snape the Elder Wand.
Can we also just like kind of lull for a second at the fact that Draco's dad literally gets stupefied like 5 to 6 times in one fucking movie?
Oh, yeah.
Every time he stands up to like defend himself, he just gets stupefied by fucking
That's
by
Harry
Harry
Potter's
over-
favorite
over
spell, I
again. He
swear to
literally
God.
just gets thrown across the room
It's
so many
like one of the
times.
only ones he really. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Stupefy.
Yeah.
He literally does it to so many people.
And I think because we were asking like through watching the movie, it was because we noticed that there were certain parts where it's like Harry didn't even have to say the spell for it to do it.
Yeah.
So is it a thing? Is it like
His favorite is Expelliarmus.
Yeah.
For sure.
is it where like say I had a wand and I did like okay Expelliarmus, all right?
Yeah.
I did that, but then I went and said Stupefy next.
Yep.
If I just wave the wand again, is it just going to automatically
I think
do Stupefy?
I think
it was the last
Stupefy
one.
is on the wand.
Okay,
after
that's
you
what
said it.
that was my question because it was like I kept noticing. I was just like, dude, Voldemort doesn't have to say shit. Fucking.
So
Or
what's the
fucking-
spells that they're
what's his
doing
nuts have to do?
when their wands connect?
Dumbledore.
Well, I mean, like, there's the whole part where Dumbledore and Voldemort's wands.
I
both-
think
there's a part where
I think every time
Weasley's
Voldemort does
dad
it-
and a
it's just
Death Eater's.
it's like,
like-
magic power.
Yeah, just
But I think every time that Voldemort does it, it is Avada Kedavra.
yeah.
I think
he's definitely
every
green.
time-
It's
Yeah.
green.
Sorry, that the way he says
Oh,
that
dude, I
is
hated it.
hilarious.
You know, in the second movie, when Lucius Malfoy gets hit by the first time, when
Yeah.
Dobby does the magic against him, that is the first time that Avada Kedavra was said in the series.
Really?
Lucius is like, Avada, and then fucking gets.
Oh my God, he was gonna kill
He
him.
was gonna kill him. And you, by that time in the books, had no idea what that spell was. Because
Nope.
you don't learn about that spell until the fourth book.
Until the fourth book,
Damn.
the
Yeah.
Killing Curse, because you learn it from Mad Eye Moody and
Yep.
stuff. Yep.
but he was gonna fucking kill him.
That's insane.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Well, this is probably all the time we got for today, boys.
Guess this is goodbye from the Bootleg Shanty.
Hey, we'll be back next week.
Oh yeah, always.
We'll always be back.
Wait, what's
Always.
that Winnie? Yeah. After all this time.
Time.
Was he asking him
if he loved her?
if he still
loved Lily?
loved Lily
Yep.
after all this time?
Yeah.
And he's just always.
His Patronus was still the dough
Yeah.
to match Lily's,
Yeah.
but
So that's
James Potter's.
that's what I'm asking.
Was a stag.
yeah.
So
So that yeah, like that's what I was like.
That's why it was confusing
That's
because
why it was
Snape's
really
and
confusing.
Lily's were both a doe.
yep.
yeah.
That's why it was confusing.
And that's why-
And that's why Harry was asking Dumbledore
He-
at King's Crossing
he
about
thinks
it.
if
he
it was
thought
his mom.
Yeah.
But it was Snape.
it was Snape.
It was
Ah.
Snape. That, okay, so that's where it was cleared up.
Another
That's-
before we leave, another fun thing about Patronuses is which a lot of people probably read, but Ron Weasley's Patronus is like a Labrador, like a regular
yeah,
dog.
it's a dog. Yeah,
Hermione Granger's
It's
is an otter,
an otter. Yeah.
and the whatever the dog is known to chase otters,
Oh.
and it's how Ron Weasley and
That's adorable.
it's fucking way
Oh.
adorable.
That's
Yeah,
adorable.
dude, there's so much shit.
I thought it was hilarious they
Oh.
gave that one bitch ministry bitch that is obsessed with pink.
Dolores Umbridge.
Yeah, they made hers a cat, and she's like obsessed with cats.
The fucking worst villain of all time.
Oh my god, fuck that.
Fuck that.
I just wish the freaking centaurs just killed her, man.
They did.
No, they didn't. Because she's back in the Ministry of
She is
Magic.
back in the ministry.
Oh yeah, no, that's right.
That's
Never
how I
mind.
found out her thing.
I
is
think
a
they.
cat.
I think they fucking.
They
fucked her
spoof
up,
that?
though.
Did they spoof that?
No, they fucked her up. Like
They must have did something.
they did.
Dude, I would have killed her after he strangled that one. She strangled that one guy with the rope. That was awful.
She didn't kill him though.
She was like, "Justice must be served."
Fuck that bitch.
Yeah, she's crazy. She always has that just like resting, smiling face on her. You
Well,
know?
Dude.
if you listen to all this, if you too dislike Dolores Umbridge, then like, comment,
Like,
subscribe,
comment,
do
and
all that kind of
subscribe.
stuff. And if you don't do any of that, I'll assume you're for Dolores
Hashtag-
Umbridge, you piece of shit.
Hashtag fuck Dolores
Fuck that. Yeah.
Umbridge.
Hashtag fuck Dolores.
but
Is that the end of it?
Yep, that's the end of it. We'll see you
Vada
guys.
Kedavra, that bitch.
We'll see you guys next week. Thank you for listening. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your morning or day or evening, whatever time it is that you're listening to this, and we love you.
Yes.
Vada Kedavra!
Bye, guys.
Bye.